What is going on, fitness coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives Make Money on the Trainer podcast. It's your boy, Brian Mark. And in today's episode, we are going to be talking to my clients for PODCHATS. Now, PODCHATS is a call inside of the Change Lives Academy where my clients get to come on and ask us anything. Without further ado, we're going to get it right into my clients. So first things first, before you ask your question, you have to tell me you win. So tell me you win, then ask your question. Chanel Peterson, tell me some wins.
There we go. Hi.
Hi.
So some wins. I'm running a challenge with my clients right now, and they're all killing it. And I have a call book for tomorrow.
Let's go.
Yeah. So my question is, my content is not doing great. I don't know, Instagram feels funky right now or whatever. So I'm kind of in an experimental phase. And you mentioned in one of your pieces of content about like storytelling is really big right now. So I'm just wondering like what are some ways I can use storytelling because I'm not quite sure what that looks like.
Okay. So I'm just looking at your content right now. First things first is like storytelling is anything where you can share elements. Like the best type of storytelling is transformative storytelling.
Okay.
And so transformative storytelling is storytelling where you used to be to where you are right now. And you can insert in this in your content in a wide variety of ways. Like you could do it by showing a before photo of you and then transitioning to what you look like now. You can do this by being in the grocery store and be like, I used to look like this and I would stop in this aisle, but now I stop in this aisle and I look like this. I'm going to teach you exactly what to get when you're at Whole Foods.
Okay.
So integrating storytelling into your content. Another way to integrate storytelling into your content is to talk about your clients in your content. So an example is like, you could do something where you're like, steal these 3 hacks that help my client Sarah lose 20 pounds in 90 days. And then you're
Okay.
talking about how Sarah's losing weight, but you're also integrating storytelling into your content. So
Okay.
that's like how you add it to your day-to-day stuff. But I also think you can integrate storytelling by like one of the things that I'd like you to experiment with if you are in experimentation mode is like, I want you to do a day in the life.
Okay.
Because a day in the life is storytelling. So like day in the life as a 35-year-old online fitness coach that coaches women and helps them lose weight. And then you just fucking take them through whatever it is that you're doing throughout the day.
Okay.
So there's a
Cool.
wide variety. There's not like one way that's better than the other. I'm looking at your content right now. There's
Mhm.
not one way that's better than the other. It's experimenting with different type of stories, but the type of stories that actually convert are transformative content. That's what's
Okay.
actually going to pull clients. You also like your content. It's not like it's performing bad. You just haven't had anything that's like hit. So
Yeah.
I'd be taking some of these, and you do have one that's at 14,000 in the last 2 weeks. So take some of the stuff that you're doing right now and double down on it. So like this type of stuff, the 6-second stuff, again, I wasn't a big fan of 6-second videos. You guys are seeing me do it more on my page now because the algorithm is kind of shifting towards that. It's kind of shifting away from just doing this tip videos, which is what I was doing.
Yeah.
So inserting more of that stuff in there, I think is really important. So are you doing your content research, like you're finding viral creators, et cetera?
Yeah, so I had one video that did pretty well. It got like 2,500 views and it was value content. So for value content to get that many views, I was pretty happy with.
Mm-hmm.
And I was basically using a lot of food and visuals explaining how you can fit a donut into your day and still lose weight. So I kind of want to double down on that a little bit because
Yep.
it was easy for me to do. It was fun and like I scripted it and everything and it did pretty well. And that was from a viral creator. So yeah, doing more of that. But I do notice like the 6-second written stuff on screen is getting a lot of views right now. Like if I
Mm-hmm.
go in my algorithm and look at viral content, a lot of it is
Me
that.
too. Me too.
Um,
That's why I started doing it.
but I like feel like I'm worse at that now than doing like talking head reels.
I agree. And I don't think you should stop doing talking head reels. I think it
Yeah.
should just be a part of your strategy. Like if you look at my content, like it's like I'll post, one in every 6 videos might be a 6-second reel. But like I saw the same thing when I was doing content research. It's like Instagram kept showing me these fucking stupid 6-second videos. So I was like, fine,
Yeah.
fine, I'll
Yeah.
listen.
Which I personally hate. Like when I was learning about fitness, I didn't learn from those. I learned from people who were talking, but
Yeah.
that's what's hot right now, I guess.
Yeah. You can use some of that in your content.
So for a storytelling idea, I did have like I just recently had a client who was she was logging her cooked protein completely wrong. So like she was logging it as raw because when you look it up in MyFitnessPal it comes up as raw, but she was weighing it out cooked. So she ended up eating like 200 or 300 calories more per day and
Mm,
was like, I don't understand why my weight is stuck. So I was kind of thinking of that making
yep.
that like a storytelling reel
Yep.
being like here's how my client was making this huge mistake and here's how you can also avoid it or something like that.
Yep. Love that.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's the storytelling thing could be hard because I feel like I don't want to make it too long. So I'm trying to figure out how to also make it like concise,
I
if that
think
makes
that it's when you're telling a story, it's not like you're telling the whole story. You're telling the narrowly defined part of the story that's going to add value to the content.
Okay.
So like storytelling is like you can do like even in my pieces of content where I'm like steal my 3-step framework that allowed me to build a 7-figure business this year. And then I'm talking a little bit about how I built the 7-figure business, but I'm also just giving away the framework. So it's like just inserting a little bit of it in there so people can see the connection aspect of it.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope you have the best day of your life. Bye. Evan Schultz. What's up, King? You're muted, brother.
I do that every time. Sorry.
All good.
So when through adversity in the last 2 weeks, I've still been consistent as fuck with my own personal goals and my business goals. So I'm really happy about that. My question is, what do you think it means to find yourself?
What do you mean by that?
People often say like they're on a journey to find themselves. And I feel like I've kind of been thinking about that recently.
Yep.
So what do you think it means to find yourself? Like, do you think that you can find yourself? And if you like, is it a constant process of finding yourself, or does it even matter? What are your thoughts?
That's a good question. That's a deep question. I like that that was the question that you
Yeah.
asked. So 2 things around this. One, I think that life is a constant game of peeling back layers of the onion. Like that's what I think it means to find yourself is you're literally peeling back layers of the onion. You're peeling back, the limitations, the fears, the frustrations. You're peeling back layers of the onion. Peeling back like all of the limitations, all the doubts, all the frustrations, all the traumas. Like, I think that's what it means to quote unquote find yourself is to remove all the limitations that we place on ourselves since the day that we were born. Because when you're a fucking baby, wham, you come out, you don't have any fears or limitations or self doubts or any of that. You're just like a blank slate. And then whatever family you're born into, you end up adopting their habits, beliefs, conditions, etc. And then you take those into your life and then you just think that's who you are. And I think like finding yourself is just like peeling back all those layers, peeling back the trauma from that you dealt with, peeling back the first heartbreak that you went through, peeling back like dealing with the relationship that you had with your mom and like healing that. Like that to me is finding yourself. It's like removing your limitations. So I think, bro, like if you're on a journey to find yourself, for me, it's like first things first, this is the first part of it is what do you want? Like, what do you want?
What do I want?
Yeah. What do you want?
I want to build a legacy. I want to build a big huge coaching business, and I want to be happy through the process while prioritizing my health to the fullest and get fucking jacked.
Why?
Why? I don't know. Like I don't really know. Like I know I want to do that. I know I want to feel good in my life and I want to be accomplished, but
Why?
I don't know.
Why don't you just work 9 to 5?
Because I don't want to be like anyone else. Like, I don't want to be normal. I don't want to be like, just kind of like average. I never want to be average.
Why?
Because average sucks.
Where did you get that from?
That average sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know. Average, I would say average is working a 9 to 5, which there's nothing wrong with, but 9 to 5, not being healthy, not eating healthy foods, and not necessarily working out.
What made you decide that you wanted to be different?
Because I know that being different made me feel good.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. You see what I'm doing here? Okay, so when you were feeling bad, like tell me about that. Like, what do you mean being different made you feel good? When you were feeling bad, what did that feel like?
Insecure, not having a direction in my life, not having any confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Talk to me a little bit about that.
I mean, I was just complacent.
Mm.
I wasn't progressing. I was just stuck. Like I was doing I was playing Fortnite. I was going to high school. I was just like kind of stuck, just doing the same thing.
Yeah. So listen, here's the thing, bro, is the next 2 to 3 years of your life, there's 2 different places that you can pull motivation from on the journey to find yourself. It's like, for me, I was in the same boat as you. I wanted to have a bigger life, but like I had a deep reason why, because I didn't want to go back to the person that I used to be. I was so fucking sick of like the old version of Brian that I absolutely needed to do something different to completely transform my life. And that became my why. Now, if you're on the journey to find yourself right now, for me, what that means is that you need to work on finding out what motivates you, what drives you, and what pushes you. Because if you don't, you will end up quitting and giving up like everybody else does as soon as it gets hard. So like if you want to find yourself, then figure out who you are outside of the person that you've created. And here are some ways to do that. Completely change your environment. Take yourself, fucking Evan, and go to fucking Australia for 2 weeks with nobody there, just you, no fucking plan, you'll find yourself real fast. Take yourself out of your current environment and go on a fucking 3-week-long trip to see somebody that is in the CLA. Fucking hang up for 3 weeks, no plan. You just buy a fucking flight there, and then you buy a return trip home 3 weeks later, and you just spend 3 weeks figuring out who the fuck you are. You'll find out who you are real fast. So like, if you want to find out who you really are, Evan, then you need to take yourself out of the place that you've built yourself into. You need to put yourself in a different environment. You need to put yourself in a different room. You need to put yourself around different people so that you can, uncover all the fucking shit that you've been hiding around. Because like, guys, we just create these identities, right? We just create these identities where we just do the same thing every single day. We go to the same gym. We go to the same coffee shop. We talk to the same people. We have the same sort of interactions. And it just keeps you protected and safe because that's who you think you are. And so if you don't resonate with that anymore, you're like, I want to figure out who the fuck I am, then get yourself in a different environment. Find a way to challenge who you are by putting yourself in a room where you're like uncomfortable as shit. And like, first of all, you're here, which is a fucking huge move because a lot of people that are listening to this podcast don't like who they are. And then they just keep doing the same shit. They never enter the room. They never enter the environment. And so as somebody that has completely transformed from who I used to be to who I am now, 3 pieces of advice I'll give you, Evan. Piece of advice number 1, figure out what you want and why you want it. Figure out what you want and why you want it. Piece of advice number 2, figure out what you don't want and why you don't want it. Because you could want to be successful and, make more money and grow your coaching business, but you could also never, ever, ever want to go back to that insecure, not confident, not fucking on his shit boy anymore. So like, figure out what you don't want. And then the third thing, dude, is like massively change your environment. Find a way to fucking completely stimulate yourself. Go away for 2 weeks randomly, bam, on a whim, and do it when you don't have the money. That's the best part. A lot of you guys think, oh, I need to have the money in order to go away. Bro, when I went to Bali, I had fucking $500 in my bank. $500. I was there for 3 weeks. If I didn't make money, I was fucked. That's how you figure out who you are, right? You like put yourself in an environment where like, well, I'm going to find out if I'm actually meant to be an entrepreneur, if I'm supposed to be a fucking 9-to-5 employee. Because if I don't make money on this trip, I'm not going to eat. Find out who you are real fast. Make sense?
Yeah. I think that the change of the environment is probably the biggest one.
You said the change of environment is the biggest one?
Would probably have the biggest impact because that would be huge.
So what are you going to do?
I definitely want to go on a trip. And I also really need to figure out, like, become super clear on what I want to do. I mean, like you already said, what I want to do, and also like figure out why I want to do it.
I have a question for you, a vulnerable question. Are you ready? Do you have the finances to be able to buy a flight to go on a trip right now? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, then fucking book it in the next 24 hours and post in the group and figure out who the fuck you are on that trip.
Okay. All right.
Welcome to fucking PodChats with B Mark, bro.
Where should I go?
You fucking tell me. I don't fucking know.
All right.
You want some recommendations? Where do you live right now?
Calgary.
Oh, you live in Calgary. Calgary boy.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give you a few options. Option number 1, you could come to Kelowna. I'm serious.
That's what I was thinking.
Kelowna's fucking dope.
Yeah.
Come check out the gym. There's a fuckload of people that live in Kelowna that are online coaches. So like, boom, there you go. You get around other people that are doing what you want to do. That'd be option number 1. Option number 2 is you could just go tropical. You could fucking just make a commitment. You're like, I'm flying on the other side of the world. Fuck it. I'm going to go to Bali or the Philippines. If you were going to make that decision, I'd probably go to Bali. This is the thing, right? You might do this and realize, Evan, this is actually what you want to do. Maybe you want to micro commit. If you want to micro commit, come to Kelowna, bro. It's dope here.
Yeah.
If you want to macro commit and you want to just say fuck it and send it, then go to Bali.
All right.
Bet. 24 hours. I'll be fucking looking in the academy.
All right.
Okay. You just
All
committed in front of 58 people. So we'll see you.
I'm coming to Kelowna.
Okay. I'll see you soon, bro.
All right. See you soon.
Peace.
Thank you.
You're welcome, bro. And then when you come on that trip, Evan, be like, it's like a journey to meet yourself, So like come here and obviously connect and see who's here that you can connect with and vibe with. But like come here on a journey to literally meet yourself. Be like, my intention on this trip is to fucking meet myself.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome, bro. Talk soon. Peace.
Kelvin,
what up?
Yo, what up? What up, Brian?
First of all, see you at the fucking mansion, bruh.
Fuck yeah, I'm so pumped, dude. I can't wait.
Let's go.
So pumped. I'm trying to get my shit together way ahead of where I'm at right now before that, though. So my question, it's kind of 2 little ones that are both related to DMs. I realized that I fucking suck at DMs.
Hit me.
And I think something that's holding me back, there's 2 things. One, I can't figure out that balance between too short and salesy and too long and like frenzy.
Yep.
That makes sense. And then the second one is I noticed when I'm talking to somebody, if the answers they're giving me, if they're coming off really confident, like they don't have any fucking problems, and it kind of seems like they have a plan in place, I end up like inadvertently leaning out, and I don't know how to pull out pain at that point and try and like rekindle the conversation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. So you can't force people to buy your coaching program. You can only help the people that are ready to be coached. So the first thing I want to touch on is for everybody on this coaching call, your job isn't to convince them that they need coaching. Your job is to coach them once they realize they need coaching. So let's say I'm in the DMs with a prospect, and I'll just use myself as an example. And somebody's like, yeah, like Brian, I'm actually doing really well with my social media right now. My business is crushing. I've got 10,000 followers. We're making $20,000 a month. I'm super happy. Everything's great. I couldn't be happier. If I'm like, cool, but what if you made 40,000? Like they're already happy,
You're giving them a goal, kind of.
I could, but I don't even try to coach those people. Like, I don't want to, it's going to be really hard for me to sell a service to somebody that's already happy with where they're at in life. Right.
Yeah, okay.
So like for me, I'd be like, okay, cool. Is there any goals? This is what I would ask. So in those situations, this is what I would do, Kelvin. Is there any goals that you're working towards that are super important to you? And do you feel like you're on track to hit those goals? Yes or no? If they're on track to hit those goals, homie, like that's going to be a fucking hard sale.
Yeah.
It's like you're convincing somebody that's like, I don't know, convincing somebody that's a Pepsi drinker to come over and start drinking Coke. They're like, homie, I love Pepsi. Okay. I don't need fucking Coke. Right. So like, you've got to understand that like people don't buy products. They buy solutions to problems. Everyone write that down. They're not buying your product. They're buying the solution to their problem. So if they don't have a problem, they ain't an ideal prospect. Who here remembers what a 5-star prospect is? Friendly and cooperative, know what they want, know when they want it, willing to engage in dialogue, and they want some help. Know what they want, know when they want it. And I also think want some help is really important, because if they don't want help, then I'm not going to spend time in that conversation. So that's the first thing. Second thing is in DMs, and this is like an easy way to identify if you're doing good or not good in the DMs, Kelvin, is I want you guys to pull up your Instagram DMs on your computer. Okay. And then when you are pulling them up on your computer, I want you to scroll through your DMs, and I want you to see, don't even read what's in the message. It's fucking irrelevant. I want you to look at the length of the messages being sent between you and the prospect. And I want you to identify who's sending longer messages. When you identify who's sending longer messages in a DM conversation, you will quickly figure out who needs the other person more than they need them. And if you're sub-communicating in your DMs that you need your prospects more than they need you, they're fucking out. And so how long should your DMs be? I just match the tone of the prospect. And so I match the tone of the prospect, and I also fucking try to decrease mine a little bit. So if Melanie Jackson DMs me and she's like, yo, B Mark, I want to change my life so bad. I've been listening to your content and it's amazing. And I'm just like trying to get this thing going and I just can't get it, blah, 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 blah. Like that gives me permission to send a longer message. Does that make sense? Because it's a longer message. But let's say Brady DMs me and Brady's like, hey, interested in coaching. If I'm like, Brady, thanks so much for reaching out, bro. I really appreciate you. We've definitely got a lot of different options that we can help you out with. Would you mind if I ask you a few questions about your business to see if I can help you or not? That's not going to work. So if Brady sends me a message that says interested in coaching, I'm going to reply with cool, period. Are you a coach right now? Question mark. Right. So I'm going to match that tone. So everybody write this in the chat, match their energy. You need to match their energy. I always want to be the person that controls the conversation. And the only way to be the person that controls the conversation is to be the person that talks less. That's the same thing with a sales call. The goal of a sales call is that you ask the questions, they answer the questions, right? That's the goal. The last thing you want to do on a sales call is like, blah, 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 blah. I'm so awesome, because your prospect's like, peace. But if you can get them to open up about their goals, their struggles, what they're going through, then, you're in control of the conversation. You can just direct it with questions. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that actually opened up some light that I'm probably not talking to very hot leads then either, because it's usually like some of the conversations that are really short, I feel like maybe I'm just pushing too hard because they're not answering or giving me good answers.
Totally.
And the long ones, I feel like I'm not getting the right answers, so I try to get too friendly.
Yeah, and so like, but there's not like, it depends, right? Like, yeah, you want to use the DMs to get pains, but like, bro, if you're in the fucking DMs with a hot lead, just book the call. Because you got to remember, like, if my wife cooks me a hot meal, I'm not going to let it sit on the fucking counter for like an hour and let it cool off. I'm going to fucking eat it. So your prospects are in your DMs and they're hot as shit. And they're like, yo, this is really interesting. I really need this. I'm not going to be like, cool. Tell me about your life story. Tell me how long you've needed this for. What's the number one reason you need it? Like they're hot. Yeah. Why don't we do this, Kelvin? Let's just set up a quick 15 to 20 minute call. We'll go over everything you're struggling with right now in your fitness journey. And we'll see if I can help you come up with a game plan. Are you up for that? So it's like this is the thing about DM conversations is like, it is I understand why you're slightly confused, because it can be confusing because every conversation is different, right? And so your goal, Kelvin, is I want you to read the convo and match their energy. If you just focus on that for the next 7 days, your conversations are going to go a lot better.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I think I could run with that. Thanks, bro. See you in a couple months.
I'll see you in a couple months. I can't fucking wait, bro.
Yeah.
Proud of you. Let's go. Kelvin just fucking bam DMs us. Bought an elite ticket. Like, that's my fucking guy right there. I love it. Raul, what's up, brother?
Yo, what's going on, Brian? Thank you for having me, bro.
How you doing?
I got 2 wins to start off. The first one was thank you for choosing me to be the winner for the vision board. I appreciate that. The second win, business has been picking up this month so far. I signed 3 new clients.
Yes.
And got a new renewal. So it's been picking up. So that's a good thing.
Love that.
And my question is, so me and my wife, we have different businesses.
Yep.
She mostly helps women and I mostly help men. And I was going to ask, because I see that you have like couples that are killing it together. They're building a business, that together. And my question is, should we focus on building our own businesses and then merging later on? Or should we focus on building one together?
Okay, I want to follow this up with, my job is to be your consultant. So I will consult you and ask you hard questions. How long are you guys actually married, or is it your girl?
Yeah, we're married. We got married in September of last year.
That's cute. Congratulations. I love that.
Thank
okay,
you.
so if it's your wife, yes, I would merge businesses. Any other situation for anybody listening to this, if you are dating your partner and they want to start a business with you, the answer is absolutely fucking not. Okay? You want to know why? Because I've been working with $1 Million Mastermind coaches for the last 5 years, and I've seen probably a dozen like, let's start a business together. And then they break up and then they have to fucking split their business. It's not fun. So if you're married, that's a different conversation. All right. So my answer is yes. When you got wifey for lifey, there's a ring on it. That's permanent. All right. So here's my thing, Raul, is I think that there's definitely value in having a joint community. I'll tell you the pros and cons. All right, bro.
All right.
Pros is that you guys get to basically split the workload when it comes to your community, right? Because you guys will both be able to host coaching calls. You guys will both be able to contribute value to the community, and you're building something together. Those are the pros. The cons is that it's no longer your business and her business. It's your business, her business, and then the business, which means that sometimes like you guys need to put the business first, right? Like, and also like, it's not just like, if the business is going to grow, then both of you need to start contributing revenue to the business instead of your business and her business. Does that make sense? Like, if you think about me and Cole, it's me, it's Cole, and then it's the company. It's not just like, if it was just the Brian Mark show, it's like, then all the revenue that I'm making would be mine, but it's not. It's my revenue and Cole's revenue, but we also have to split the revenue with the company. Otherwise, we can't host events, we can't do cool things, we can't pay for ads. Like, so there's like, you just have to remember that if you are going to merge, it's not your business and her business anymore. It's yours and hers and the business. So there's 3 entities, not 2. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
The cons is that if you've do you have just males in your community, or is it males and females?
I have like 2 girls.
Okay. What about her? I'm assuming she has all girls.
All girls, yeah.
So the cons is that her girls might feel more comfortable in a female only community.
Yeah.
That's the cons.
Yeah, because I only have a male community. The 2 girls that I have, there's no community for them. So I just have the male community, and like that's where all the guys are at. And I don't want to put them in there because they're just gonna feel left out.
Yeah. So then if you were gonna do it, like, and then it creates, there's 2 different ways to do it. And again, I think it slightly creates more work. Way number 1 is there's a group where all of your clients are in and they all get to contribute wins and maybe host challenges in the main group. And then you've got your male group and your female group. But again, that kind of adds more work. So it's like, I don't know if that's hugely valuable, or you just decide to merge the communities. But if you do just merge the communities, then the con is that like that is going to be a process to get them all fully bought into that. So I think it's sitting down, and you and your wife should have a conversation and ask like if you guys want to build something together, because if you want to build something together, then it doesn't matter what the cons are, then you guys can do it. Or if you guys are genuinely happy building your own businesses and you're just building your own businesses together, because pretty much all the coaches that you see in the $1 Million Mastermind that are working together, like Lauren and Dylan, Chloe and Harry, these are all people that they've just started their business together. So it was like from day one, bam. When you already have systems established, it's a little bit harder to merge. But if you feel called to do it, then regardless of the cons, you just need to be aware of them so that when you make the transition, you can work around them.
Okay. What about social media? Do you recommend still building our own presence like separately? or like having something that's kind of together?
I also, dude, I think with social media, you guys should be using each other regardless. I think doing collab videos on your guys' social media is super important. Like, look at me and Kirst, right? Like, anytime me and Kirst do a video together, it's like she has a completely separate business than myself, but those videos get more views because they're more relatable because there's two people, right? And so I think regardless of whether or not you guys decide to merge businesses, 100% you should merge social media strategies. You use her in some of your videos, she uses you in some of your like her videos. And then also, I think that you guys together make like couple content or like content where both of your audiences can get value. 100%. I think that's a good move because there's definitely some females in your audience that would probably benefit from her program. And there's probably some males in her audience that would benefit from your program. So I definitely think you guys should do social media together, regardless of whether or not you join businesses.
Okay. Yeah,
Cool.
that's really helpful.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to go over. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you, bro. Let's go.
Thank you.
My man. Brady Malone. What's up, brother?
What's up, Brian? How you doing?
I like saying it like that. What's up, brother? Oh, how'd you get an Aesthetic Nation shirt?
At the event.
Bro, let's fucking go. I got me hyped.
So I guess wins first. I got 5 new clients this year so far, so it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Trying to like find balance of delivery with that. So that's kind of one of my questions. I'm trying to still post and get some testimonials from some of these new people about like what their experience is like with onboarding a little bit, because I have a lot of people that like maybe are scared to start versus people that are scared that I'm not going to get them results, right? So I'm trying to come up with ideas on how to get a testimonial from them and like how to be creative with the testimonial video itself. Yeah, so testimonial videos. And then side question off that, going off Evan's conversation, are you guys going to do another mindset group, or when?
Bam. That's funny. So somebody else asked us about this too, whether we were going to do another mindset coaching group. We haven't planned it out yet, but yes, for all of you guys that are listening to this, Cole and I have like a inner circle mindset coaching program. We just took 12 people through it. Every fucking person got crazy results. So yes, we are going to do it. Just a matter of when. Oh, Kira. Hi, Kira. She's here. She was in it. I love that. Okay. Testimonials I just had an idea that came to me as you were talking. So most of your clients say that they struggle with getting started, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what I do. Any new client that I sign, Brady, I would book a check-in call with them 3 weeks into the program. Book a check-in call 3 weeks into the program. On that check-in call, it's basically going to be just like checking in with them, seeing how they're doing, keeping them motivated, getting them excited, blah, blah, blah. But on that check-in call, if they're like doing well, which I'm assuming they will be because you're a great coach and you're a stud and you got a nice shirt, what I would say is be like, how have you enjoyed the coaching program so far? And they'd be like, it's fucking amazing. You're like, perfect. Like, would you mind, could I grab a testimonial from you? And basically in the testimonial video, I would love for you to talk about, number one, your hesitations joining the program. Number two, talk about how you were scared to get started because of, for you, it was like you weren't sure if this is going to work. And number three, could you talk about your experience working with me, getting started and getting this off the ground? It would really mean a lot to me. I would appreciate you so much. So 2 things that's going to do. Number one is it's going to improve your delivery 100%. And then number 2, you're going to catch them right when they're catching some momentum. And they're going to be excited to do that testimonial video for you. Now, there's a bunch of different ways to do testimonial videos, like in terms of social proof. Like I'll show you a couple visual examples and then I'll let you kind of pick which ones kind of resonate with you the most. So if we go to my page, Brian Mark right here. So testimonial videos, you could do like you've got their little video down here and then you're playing up here. So that could be a way you do it. This is one of my favorite ways to do it. I think it's really simple and really easy. So I'm like, my client Brady was super scared to get started. Check this out. And then I just play Brady's video and I play clips of Brady's video. And then once I'm done playing clips of Brady's video, I'll talk about the experience that he had in the program. Then I'll go back to talking about Brady's video and then I'll do a CTA. So I really like doing that style of social proof. You could also do something like this. And again, this is a high quality edit. So you don't need to make it this. Do you have an editor, Brady, or do you do it all yourself?
No, I do it all myself.
Okay. So like, you don't have to do this high quality of an edit, but what you could do is you could be like, 4 weeks ago today, my client John signed up for the program and he was super nervous to get started. Let's check out his story. And then you could just play John's video. Like, I'm super scared to get started. It was really nerve wracking, blah, blah, blah. You'd be like, but he decided to take the leap of faith. He joined the coaching program. We were able to get these results in 4 weeks. If you need some help getting started, comment the word get started and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help.
Sweet.
So that's a way you could weave it in. But another way is like, let's just say you get on a Zoom call with him, right? You could be like, the video could start by your clients, like you're on a Zoom call, you're just recording the screen. And he's like, dude, I was so scared to get started, bro. Like I was like really nervous because I wasn't sure if this online thing was going to work, but I'm so happy I found you. And then it cuts to you doing a talking to the screen video. Be like, a lot of my clients that first start the program have this exact same experience.
Okay, so you'd have them talking first in that scenario, and then I start talking. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Was that helpful? Did I give you a few different ways?
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Yep. You're welcome. I appreciate it. Anything else?
That's it.
Great fucking shirt.
Thank you.
Talk soon, bro. Stevie, what's up? See you at the
Hey,
fucking
Brian.
mansion, Stevie. That's what I got to say to you. See you at the fucking mansion.
Beyond stoked. Beyond stoked. Yes. All right. So some wins. I booked a call this morning, so that's awesome.
Love that.
And my client delivery is getting a significant upgrade because I'm implementing from the managing your time model this
Love
week.
that.
That's like my huge focus.
Love that.
All right. So my question is, before I knew you existed, I do span and longevity coaching for women.
Yep.
It's a lot of medicine 3.0 kind of stuff, prevention of disease. My way of kind of burning the boats and trying to figure this out on my own was I bought a metabolic cart, and it is like a $20,000 piece of equipment that I just have in a briefcase at my house. And now all of my shit is basically online and remote. So I have this weird ass disconnect with this piece of equipment that's costing me $700 a month with remote clients that I cannot use it on. And I kind of go back and forth with it. I'll like forget about it, and I'll be like, this is gonna play into this at some point later on, and I'm okay with it. And then I'll like oscillate into panicking about, I'm paying $700 a month for this thing. What do I do with it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know like what my question is here, other than like maybe some mindset stuff on like which direction to go. Like I'm kind of stuck in it for 3 years at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of have to like eat it a little bit or figure out like how to implement this somehow into my business, or just like kill it, pay for it, and figure it out later.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you have anyone who's like implementing some sort of like hybrid thing, or have a situation like this that I could pull some inspiration from?
Do you want my insight?
Absolutely.
You're not going to like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
I'm just going to ask you some direct questions. Has this machine made you any money?
It has, but it's extremely minimal.
Okay. And then when you say extremely minimal, what does that look like? What is that number?
Sure. Yeah. Probably like about $2,000 since I've had it in April of last year.
Okay. Now, your online coaching business, has your online coaching business made you more money than that?
Yes.
So do you not want to know what I would do if I was in your situation?
I do. I absolutely do.
I would get so rich that my $700 payment doesn't bother me anymore. And the only way you can do that is by being like, well, bought this $20,000 piece of equipment that I'm never going to use again. So let's fucking make a bunch of money with my online coaching business and literally never think about it again. And then every single day I would go to that piece of equipment and I would say, thank you. Thank you for fucking motivating me, because I'm going to be so wealthy that this payment no longer bothers me. So thank you. I appreciate you. And then I'd move on with my day every day. Thank you.
I fucking love it.
I would look at that machine and I would fucking say, thank you. Thank you so much for giving me the inspiration that I needed to never worry about money again. Thank you. And then I go back to working on my online business, because that's where you're making all your money.
Oh yeah. All right.
100% focus. Everybody write that in the chat. 100% focus. I do not take my fucking eye off the ball. I do not take my eye off the ball. And I'll be vulnerable with you, Stevie. Like I spent $1.5 million on Aesthetic Nation Gym. Hasn't made me a cent. Not one. Negative.
Yeah.
Zero. Nada. Nien. But, and I'll be vulnerable for like a year, 2 years. I was like, fuck this place. And then that affected my mindset, because I was showing up with this fuck this place energy. Wasn't being a good leader for the gym. Wasn't being a good leader for Pizza Domination. Wasn't showing up as my very best. Last year, mid-year, I just flipped the switch and I'm like, I'm so fucking grateful for this place, because this place caused me to work so hard so that I can put my family in a situation where we literally never think about money again. So thank you, Aesthetic Nation Gym. And every day I walk in there now, I'm like, thank you. I appreciate it. And now it's actually coming to life. So you got to just focus 100% of your energy on things that are productive, and something that is not productive is frustration. It will sabotage your dreams. It will hold you back from success. It will ruin your momentum. You got to stay focused. Make sense?
Oh yeah. Yeah, totally. I can do that.
I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Put a little sticky note on that fucking machine that says, thank you.
Thank you. It's happening right now. Like
Good.
I'm going to go do it right now.
Good.
Thank you, Brian. See you in April.
I love you. I love how fast you take action. I'll see you in April.
Yeah, that's it. It's done.
Peace.
Peace.
Emma, what's up?
Yo, what's good?
Stevie literally got up to put a sticky note. She literally left the computer screen as she was muting. That's fucking hilarious. What's up, Emma?
Doing good, man. I have 2 wins to share. Okay,
Love that.
so the first win is that as of today, I've made the announcement official. I put my vision board together per your mentorship, and things have happened. The first is I've just announced it. I am competing in acrobatic pole dance for the first time in like 6 years. And I'm competing at the pro level for the very first time.
That's sick. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. The second win is I put on my vision board that I'm going to hit 10K this year. I have been at 3K for the past few months.
Yeah.
And this month I wrote out the breakdown. I'm like, I need to get like 5 clients a month new. I have just hit my 4th client as of yesterday, and I am at 3,400 halfway through the month. So
let's go.
Yes.
I love it.
2 questions. I wanted to piggyback off of one because it's something that's been on my brain, and someone brought it up earlier about having a business with your partner. So my partner is also a fitness coach, but he does martial arts. And when we started last year, we decided that we would like put our businesses together as an LLC, but we've been operating them separately. So would love to get sort of your perspective on, is that a right move? Is there problems with that? What would that look like to you?
Where do you guys live?
We live in North Carolina.
Okay. Here's what I will say is I think there's a massive advantage in having separate businesses on paper. And I'll tell you why, because the more money that your business makes, Emma, the higher tax bracket that you get put into. So let's say like your business. So I don't know the exact laws in Carolina, so I can't speak specifically to Carolina, but I know that like in Canada, once your business makes over 100K, you're in a certain tax bracket. Then once it makes over 200K, you're in a certain tax bracket. And what that basically means is like, if you make over 100K, you might be in like the 13% tax bracket. But if you make 200K, you might be in the 21% tax bracket, which basically means that instead of losing 13% of your money to the government, you'd be losing 21% of your money to the government, and you're not actually making any more money. It's actually your spouse's money. But because you guys have combined, on paper, your business has made more, so you'll be in a higher tax bracket. So there is a significant tax advantage to having separate businesses. Significant.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So now I have to figure out what it would look like if we needed to separate that.
Yeah, and I think it's like an easy conversation. It's like, I love you. I don't want to separate from you, but I don't want to pay more money in taxes. So we should probably figure this out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Okay. So the second question that I have is about creating content. This is really my biggest bottleneck. It's been that way forever. I definitely have had a lot of social anxiety growing up, and just talking like right now, I can feel my heart rate like.
You're doing good.
So it comes out when it comes to creating content. I know I struggle with it a lot. I overthink it in terms of like trying to build a script, and I just have so much trouble there. I also have my partner trying to help film me, but what tends to happen a lot when we do that is I get into my overthinking brain. He tries to offer suggestions and I turn them down, and I'm like, that doesn't work, and it doesn't work. And then it just like kills the whole energy. And then I'm like trying to film where we're like kind of arguing at each other a little bit, bickering. I need help.
Yep.
So I cannot run into these problems.
What's your content style? What's your preferred style? Like how many times a week are you posting?
Right now, I'm posting like 2 to 3 times a week.
Okay. So what if we just simplified this, and one of the reels that you posted per week was just you writing on screen? That had that like 33% of that solves the problem. So now one of your pieces of content is just you like with writing on screen. You're speaking to your audience. Your demographic is you help people get more athletic that are into pole dancing. Am I correct?
It's acrobatics, but
acrobatics.
Yeah.
So like you doing the actual thing. Like, so I think one of the videos can be B-roll text on screen with a caption. I think another video can be you actually doing acrobatics and then do a voiceover. So do a voiceover. Then again, that solves most of the problem. Then you only have to do one video per week where you're talking to your partner. That being said, I think that like my invitation to you, Emma, is I'm going to challenge you a little bit, because you said to me, and these were your words, not mine, content is a struggle for me, and it's always been a struggle for me. So our thoughts shape our reality. So anything that we verbalize out of our mouth becomes real. Did you watch my mindset training on Monday?
Yes, I did.
How like somebody keyed my Lambo and I fucking didn't even talk about it?
Yep.
The reason I didn't talk about it is because I didn't want to recreate it. So I was like, whatever, it's irrelevant. Doesn't matter. So for you, I want to like, so part of it is like, let's not talk about it. But part of it is like, I want you to shift the conversation that's happening in your head. Content is something that I'm actively working on. That's the phrase. And anytime you catch yourself saying content is something I'm stuck with, I want you to be like, oh, what I meant to say was content is something that I'm actively working on, because that will give you permission. It's like, you're not like, because I think if you lie to, like, I think people try to lie to themselves when it comes to affirmations. And they're like, I'm so good at content. But if you actually think you suck at content and then you're like, I'm so good at content, then you're just not going to get anywhere, because you're just gonna be like, I'm a fucking liar and I suck at content. So like, you can say to yourself and mean it, I'm actively working on my content. And that is a better emotion than like content's keeping me stuck. So that's the mindset piece of it. And then the actual deliverable piece of it, I want you to sit down with your husband, your partner, and be like, what's his name?
Victor.
Victor, I love you. I need something from you. Can you help me out? And he's going to say, absolutely. What can I do for you? And then you're going to say, when we film, I get really frustrated. And sometimes I just need to process emotions in my head. And sometimes I know that I'm a little bit irrational because I'm overthinking. And the next time we film, I want to practice just working through it myself in my head. So if you could do me a favor and not give me any suggestions, because then I get more frustrated, and I'm not getting frustrated at you. I'm getting frustrated at myself, and I don't want to do that. So even if I have to have 10 minutes of awkward silence, just let me have it so that I can figure out what I want to say, and then I can say it. And I will give you the biggest fucking hug afterwards. And I love you so much. Can you help me out with that?
I like that.
You got to tell him what you need.
Yeah.
Tell him what you need. Hey, I love you. Can you help me out? He's going to say yes.
I appreciate it.
Instead of being like during the moment, you're like, oh, stop fucking giving me. And then he's like, I'm trying to help you. You know, he's like, let me be awkward. Okay. Let me figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Cool.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Anything else?
I think that's pretty much it. Unless you have ideas for how to make me word less and make better words.
Nope, I don't. Dude, but be awkward. Just be fucking yourself. If you're awkward and he gets it on camera and there's an awkward moment, fucking put it in the video. Some of my funniest like clips that are in my Instagram reels are me saying stupid shit that Nick caught. I'm like, oh, I'm putting that in there. Let it be, you know?
Okay.
Don't try to be anything. Just fucking speak. Get it out after, like figure it out afterwards. Just get it out.
Awesome. Thank you.
How'd you get better? How'd you get good at acrobatics?
A lot of fucking reps.
Get it?
Yeah.
Go do some work. I believe in you.
Appreciate you.
Let's go. Brian M. That's a fucking great name, bro. I gotta say.
Yeah. Brian McKee. You Brian Mark, but yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. So my win, the past week has been pretty big. I had a couple of reels that went extremely viral, and that's where my questions come from. So I gained a lot of followers in like the span of a week, and I'm trying to see the best way to efficiently go through and message them.
How many?
Like I've been going through my like I think 24,000 or something like that.
It's impossible.
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Yeah, I know. I say it's impossible to go through all of them. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's very. You're like, I'm fucking serious, bro. I believe you. I just mean it's impossible to go through all of them. So, okay, everybody write this down. When you go viral, the game changes. When you go viral, the game changes. Because Brian, when you were getting 20 to 50 followers a day, pretty easy to message every single one of them, right? Easy.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah.
But when you go viral, the game changes. And so I'm going to tell you the game that you're playing right now. The game that you're playing right now is, how do I take these cold prospects that just followed me and warm them up real fast? That's the game. So 14-day challenge would be one of the things I would do. The next thing I would do is every day, bro. Like, this is the thing when you have a small following, Brian, you kind of like, you might post CTAs twice a week because you don't want the same people in your audience to keep seeing the same offer, right?
Yeah.
But you said you gained 24,000 followers in how long?
It was like 7 days, 7-8 days.
7-8 days. So each one of those days, you're getting 2,000 to 5,000 people that have followed you for the first time. What do you think the first thing that they're going to do is? Stories. Bam.
Yeah.
So when you go viral, every day in your stories, client win, CTA. Client win, CTA. Client win, CTA.
Okay.
Every day.
So like the majority of the followers came it started dwindling down. Like it's slowing down now. Like it's not just going to shoot up forever. So like still keep that same approach. You're still
100%.
trying to warm up even. Okay.
Yep. 100%. Because again, 24,000 people just followed you for the first time, you should come to my masterclass tonight. I'm running a masterclass on this. 24,000 people just followed you for the first time. I want you guys to imagine your Instagram account like a marketing funnel. All right. Now, a marketing funnel, basically at the top of the funnel, you've got somebody that just follows you for the first time. Once they follow you for the first time, what they're going to do, Brian, is they're going to check out your Instagram bio. So make sure that you've got a CTA to DM you in your bio. DM me fat loss for coaching. Do you have that?
Yep.
Okay. They're going to check out your bio. The second thing they're going to check out is your pinned post. Do you have your best client transformation post? Do you have an offer posted? Do you have your story?
I have my story. My transformation is probably looks better than the client that I have but I have another client, mine, and then some of my story. Yeah.
Perfect. Beautiful. And then the third thing they're going to check out is your Instagram stories. So if your Instagram stories are optimized with everything we just talked about, then you're going to get a lot more people that just followed you to express interest in working with you. Now, beyond that part of the funnel, the next part of the funnel is what I call a conversion event. A conversion event is any event where you can get a bunch of people together in like a short time horizon and warm them up really fast. In the CLA, the best conversion event that you guys can be running is 14-day challenges. Why? Because you guys don't have a lot of social proof right now. And so a 14-day challenge is going to take 20, 40, 60, 100 people from your audience. You're going to warm them up for 14 days. Your conversion rate will be 10 to 20%. Plus, you'll get all those transformations. So right now is the optimal time to be running conversion events. And for you, it would be, there's two different ones you could do. I think both of them are worth testing. Thing number one, Brian, is flash sale. So delete all of your Instagram stories and put up your transformation. And you can say 25 to 35% off flash sale and exclamation marks. Then you can say, I'm looking for 5 men that want to lose 10 pounds in the next 30 days. If that's you, actually say this. I'm offering 25 to 35% off all fat loss coaching programs for men who want to lose 20 pounds. If you want in, DM me 35 off. And I would just have that. Or you could have vote here. Hell yes, I'm in. Maybe send me info. No, not interested. So that'll be the first thing that I would run. I would run that today. And I guarantee you'll book some calls from that. The second thing I would run after that, it kind of expired, like over the next 48 hours, is I'd launch a 14-day challenge and I would start it. You could start it Monday next week or Tuesday next week. Right. And then it's Wednesday right now. So you'd probably need to promote it for 3 or 4 days. So I would actually run the flash sale and then I'd do the getting people to DM you throughout the next few days. And then starting Monday next week, Brian, I would start promoting your 14-day challenge. I'd promote it from Monday to Wednesday until you got 50 to 100 people, which should be easy now that your audience grew. Yep. Then I would launch it on, I'd get them their meal plans on Saturday, the workout plans on Sunday, and I'd start it next Monday.
Okay.
Cool. That's the plan.
All right. Thank you. All right. The other one is just a quick question. So during the outreach, there was a couple of like bigger accounts, like just social media, like influencers. And one of them that I haven't followed for a while. And it was funny that he followed me back. And I reached out to him and I did an opener like, hey, thanks for the follow. Are you just watching content or blah, blah, blah. I may have something that can help you. And he responded and he said, hell yeah. And then he just said, I need to lose weight. Right. That's what he said. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, okay. So I messaged in the back. I'm like, all right, well, how much do you need to lose? Like, I'm trying to ask some questions, but then he started responding in like literal 1 or 2 word responses. And it got really confusing. So I couldn't tell if that would be something like a cold lead, a warm, or what, because he started the conversation saying he needs to lose weight, but all of his responses are 1 or 2 words. Like how would you gauge that?
Cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say cold, warm, because if he's responding, he could just block you or not talk to you.
Yeah.
So if he's responding by itself shows intent, but if he's not giving you more than 1 word answers, then it's cold.
Okay. All right. So I leaned out. I mean, I sent him the resource.
As you should.
And I mean, I think he read the message, but he didn't respond. So yeah, they kind of just confirmed it. But from the beginning, I was like, I can't tell, what kind of lead it is. So yeah.
Yeah. Just so 2 things. 1, if they're responding, they're low key on some level interested. But 2, if they're responding with 1 word answers, they're not that interested.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
Cool.
All right. Well, that was it. Thank you.
Okay, bro. Talk soon. Congratulations on going viral. It's fucking dope.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Peace. Hernan Mills, what's up, brother? Tell me some wins.
I'm got 7 people this week already. It's Wednesday. I started promoting on Monday to sign up for my 14-day challenge.
Nice.
So that's my win for the week. I wasn't necessarily this week I just wanted to get people in on the 14-day challenge. And starting this year, my goal was to kind of try to double down on my content by posting 2 reels a day for 6 days. And speaking of that, so kind of to go back what you talked about earlier. So a while ago, I did these text on screen videos, and then I got on a call and you're like, don't do that. And then now it seems like they're going viral. And then so I haven't done another one yet, but what I'm starting to see now, since I've been really studying content and what I put in my stories and my delivery and my hooks and stuff like that, I'm seeing increase in views, but not necessarily engagement. And I'm like really like, okay, I got the hooks, I think I'm switching scenes every 3 to 4 seconds. I'm trying my best to give value, but now it's like, okay, we're going from giving value to storytelling. But I'm happy with, man, I'm getting views. But my engagement, my thing is I want to send out at least 20 DMs to people that either like, comment. I'm also getting a lot of views on my stories, but they're views. No one's like, I get like 1 or 2 like, and it's like my aunt or something like that. Like she's not signing up for a program. So it's like, okay, but I'm getting like, I go to bed, I'm like, man, I only had like maybe 2 conversations and sent out maybe 30 DMs. And when I say 30 DMs, I'm talking TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, because those are my avenues that I post these rules on.
Yep.
So my question is like, how do I get, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong where I'm not getting engagement. The views are definitely going up. The engagement, the likes and the comments are not, I'm not really getting them. So it makes it hard for me to create conversations.
So 3 things. 1, when you have a small audience, the game that we have to play is the power hour. So are you doing the power hour every single day?
Yes, every single. Actually literally I made a little whiteboard and I take tally every day and I transfer it, and it kind of helps me with my monthly audits too.
Yeah. So that's the game that we have to play. And if you're doing it once a day, do it twice a day when you're first starting out, because it's like when you got a small audience, you got to build your audience. And it's almost like when you're first starting your online coaching business and you got a smaller audience, it's like you got to play the door knocking game a little bit, unfortunately. But that's just what it takes to get your first few clients. So that's first thing. Second thing is, bro, if you're getting the views, like if your views are going up, that tells me that your content is trending in the right direction. And if your content is trending in the right direction, then if you keep going, like there's going to be one that goes fucking boom. Like Nick Conway is on this call right now, and he had the same problem that you were having. And he was like getting the views, but he wasn't getting the engagement. Nick Conway literally recently blew up to, I think he has 90 or 100,000 followers now. I don't know if he's still here, but he had the same problem, bro. Is content was getting views, but it wasn't converting. And then boom, one popped off, and that's what happened. So like if you're getting the views consistently going up, that tells me that you're trending in the right direction, which means you have nothing to be concerned about. In fact, your content is growing. Now, I'll give you a hack, 106,000. I'll give you a hack. And this is for all you guys, use with caution, but I'll give you a little bit of advice. If you want to grow your following slightly, again, use with caution, but you guys can test this out, is you guys can boost some of your reels. And so if there's a reel that does get good engagement or does get a good amount of followers, go to Instagram, tap boost reel. You can spend $10 to $20 a day on it. And just by doing that, you'll get an extra 5, 10, 15 followers a day. Now you've got 5, 10, 15 new conversations to have per day. Some of those will lead somewhere, some of those won't, but that will probably get you an extra 1 or 2 calls a week.
So I was going to ask about that too. So what I do is at the end of every month, for me, if I have anything that's viewed under 200, it's a terrible video. So I did look and see what my highest video was for last month, and I was going to boost that one. And I was going to do that every month to do that. And this is my last question. And I think you had my consultation call on. I came from a guy named Vince, and from that place,
I didn't say it. You did.
Yeah, from that place at that time, I had like 1,000 something followers, and I was told to send out certain DMs. And I think that script or whatever I was told to do at that time kind of turned people off. What would be your advice of reaching back out to those people to try to get them back on? Or so I just play the long game, or just let them view my content and let them come back to me?
No, I would say, so first things first is like the good news about Instagram. I'm pretty sure you can unsend all those messages. I'm pretty sure you can. I'm like, I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot of messages. All right, bro. I don't know what to tell you. So what I would do is if I was going to send messages and I wanted to re-spark, I would open up the conversation. I would see what was sent, and then I would see if I can tap that fucking unsend button. You know what I'm saying? See if I can tap that unsend button. And if I can, fucking great. If I can't, I might just send a message and be like, yo, Hassan, been a minute, brother. How you been? That's literally it. Guys, you do not, like, DMs are fucking simple. Hi. People overcomplicate this shit. They're like, what should the fucking, what should I say to this person to make sure that they want to buy my shit? Write this in the chat. Your goal is to get a response. That's the only goal you have. You just want to get a response. If you get a response, you can work with that. Yo, Trey, it's been a minute. How's your business been, brother? Yo, Max, it's been a minute. How's the fitness journey, brother? Bam. All I need to do is get a response. So if you got conversations that you had that were not optimal for whatever reason and whatever person that I didn't name, then all you got to do is get a response, baby. You just got to send a message. Bet.
Right.
Was that helpful?
That's helpful. Thank you.
You're fucking funny, bro. I like it. I like it. Shit talking. It's all good. I didn't shit talk though. I'm fucking chilling. I'm living my best life over here. Right?
Not against that person, but I think I got the best coach.
Respect. Eddie. I knew it was you, bruh. What's up?
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
All good here. So to share my win, actually, I got a first 12 months paid in full this week. No fucking
Hey, how much was that, bruh?
So I'm charging a bit less here than advised in the, how do you call it, in the academy because of the locational event. So $1.5 grand.
Let's fucking go, bro. Congratulations. That's dope.
Thank you. So my first question is, my brother is also a personal trainer / online coach. He does kind of half, right? I live in Slovakia, but I create my content in English. I don't speak Slovak. He lives back in Croatia and he creates his content in Croatian. Do you see us somehow joining forces and making this happen?
Do you want my honest opinion?
Yes.
It's going to be very difficult because your guys' audiences are going to speak different languages.
Okay.
Right. So and the only reason I say that, bro, is because Eddie, if you guys add both your clients to the same group and one of them is speaking Czech and the other ones are speaking English, instantly people are going to feel alienated, which is going to affect your retention massively. So I know he's your brother, but if you want my advice, I wouldn't do it just based off of the fact that you guys speak different languages, which means that your audience is going to be different languages.
Cool. That's what I came here for, just for the honest advice, actually.
Yeah, cool.
So,
I love it.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so second question will be the mindset one, right? I actually have it second. So how do you get yourself in the abundance mindset and to kind of stay there as a default if all you ever knew it was scarcity?
Speak my fucking language, son. All right. So how did I convince myself that I was a millionaire when I was fucking living in a trailer park? Write this down. Get delusional. All of you guys, you need to get delusional. Ask Nick. All right. My videographer is right here. He listens to me every day. Every day I drive around and I say crazy shit to myself. Everything that I touch turns to gold. 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 Anytime somebody brings up a financial problem to me, I'm like, don't worry, we're rich. It's all good. But I've been saying that forever. It's all good. It's all good. Everything that I touch turns to gold. So you got to get delusional, Eddie. And my definition of delusional is you literally convince yourself of the opposite. And it's like, everybody, this is the concept. Okay. I want everyone to remember this. When you lie to yourself for long enough, eventually you believe it to be true. Because all of you guys believe that you're in scarcity, which is a lie. L-I-E. It's a fucking lie. And so when you tell yourself the opposite for a long enough period of time, eventually you will believe it. Eventually you will believe it. So dude, this is write this down, Eddie. Every fucking day. Write that down. Those 3 words. Every fucking day. That's how I do it. I do it every fucking day. Every day to start my day, the first thing that I do is I get crazy. I look at my vision. I'm imagining myself doing all these crazy things. I imagine myself doing all these crazy things. And then as I go through my day, self-doubt will creep in and I'll be like, no, Brian, you're a bitch. And then I'm like, everything that I touch turns to gold. And I'll verbalize something different. So that's the game you have to play throughout the days. You literally have to completely change your mind. And anytime you catch a negative thought, you flip it. Nope. Everything that I touch turns to gold. I'm abundance. I am abundant. And then Eddie, write this down. Start looking for evidence. Looking for evidence. Bro, you just sold the 12 months paid in full. What the fuck? That's dope. I'm assuming you made more money in that one transaction than oftentimes you made in previous months before with your online coaching business ever, correct?
That would have kind of matched my monthly salary here right now.
That would have matched your monthly salary. You made that in a fucking 30-minute call.
Yeah.
Right? You're abundant. You're fucking abundant. I don't see scarcity. I don't see scarcity ever at any point. Anytime somebody brings something up that's scarce to me, I flip it and I show them the abundant perspective. All of you guys are like, 200 views. 200 views. Go find 200 fucking people to talk to in person. I dare you. Find it. Somebody tell me a fucking room you've spoken in front of 200 people before. One of you guys. If any of you guys can unmute and say, I've done it, Oh, nobody? That's fucking weird. That's abundance, baby. Then when you get more, it's just like sick. I got fucking, but you got to be grateful for the fucking 200 first. And then you're grateful for the 500. Then you're grateful for the 1,000. Then you're grateful for the fucking 10,000. Then when you get 1,000,000, you're like, yeah. Right. But you got to fucking celebrate. You got to look for evidence of abundance. Here's another evidence of abundance. You're fucking not dead. You're alive. Hundreds of thousands, millions of people didn't open up their eyes this morning. You did. Heart's beating. You're breathing. Muscles work. You're fucking jacked. I can tell through that baggy shirt. You're abundant, bro. Everything that you touch turns to gold. Start telling yourself that every fucking day. Everything that you touch turns to gold.
Got you.
Is that helpful?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to add it to my vision board right now.
Love that. Last thing I'll say, guys, if you've been in scarcity your whole life, how long do you think it's going to take for those affirmations to fucking kick in? Tell me. You've literally been living in scarcity for your whole fucking life. You've always struggled for money. You've always like had a hard time. How long do you think it's going to take for those affirmations to take in? I'll flip the script. If somebody's been overweight their whole fucking life and all they've eaten is McDonald's and they've never exercised a day in their life and they're up 600 pounds, how long is it going to take them to lose 500 pounds?
It's going to take a while.
A long fucking time. But that doesn't mean you can't win along the way. And that doesn't mean that like you're quote unquote 600 pounds overweight in terms of your mindset. What I'm saying is that if you've gotten yourself into scarcity, it's going to take you a while to get out. So you better start practicing now. Everything that you touch turns to gold, Eddie. Everything that you touch turns to gold.
On it, my man. Thank you.
Bet, bro. Peace. Great fucking question. Let's go. Oh, what's up? Is this my fucking guy, Trey? The guy that went fucking viral from 2,000 followers to fucking 50,000 followers? What's up, Trey? What's up?
56. I'm about to hit 56K today, man. So
56,000 fucking followers, baby. Let's go.
Too many wins to share. Honestly, we've signed up 16 new clients this month. Obviously, the content going viral. And what's really cool about this, as I've been consistent for a long time, guys, I'm no kidding. I've spent $250,000 in my personal development journey on business mentors, like across this whole like last 9 years. And like, I've gotten the biggest return on investment from the freaking CLA, like in less than 6 months. Wow. So if anybody's doubting it, jump in, man. So next thing is question wise. So since we went viral,
I'm just letting you know that's going to be a reel. I'm just telling you that already. I'm like, literally, that's a real, bro.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Chop it up. Anything I can do to help people change their lives, dude, because it's awesome, man.
I love it.
Now with everybody going, with things going viral, I'm trying to dissect. My DMs are blowing up. Okay.
Yep.
How do I balance actually trying to get somebody to buy a coaching program and lean in versus like all these people that just want more free stuff when I'm putting all this effort into the free content every day? Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100% it does. Welcome to the game. So there's two things that I like to do. I obviously have a bigger audience myself as well, Trey. So I know what it feels like when people just want the free stuff. People want it all the time. That's human nature. We always want what's free. So here's my advice. Have you set up ManyChat yet?
Yes.
Okay. So if you're going to do anything free, Trey, what I'd recommend doing it is giving it away for free in the ManyChat first message so that there's nothing else involved. So let's say, Trey, give me an example of something that you give away for free.
So full grocery list.
Okay. Perfect. So
Simple.
like your full grocery list. So what I do is just I'd have that ManyChat message going, give them the full grocery list. And then at the end of that ManyChat message, PS, if you'd like some help losing your next 10 to 15 pounds in the next 90 days, reply back to this message with the word fat loss and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help. Now, anybody that's actually a hot lead from those free stuff is going to reveal themselves in your messages. So that's the first thing that I would do. Second thing that I would do, bro, is like I would assess the conversations and I would like start getting a lot more direct in your CTAs. And this is what that looks like. It's like, all right, y'all. So I know I put a lot of free content on my social media. So if you guys love the free content, I love you and I will always provide free value for you. And if you're watching this and you're actually serious about transforming your body, your mind, you want to lose 10, 15 pounds in the next 60 to 90 days, vote here. All right. Only vote if you're serious because right now my DMs are blowing up and I can't really work with people unless you're 100% ready to transform your life. So if you are, vote here and I'll reach out to you and I will help you lose 10 to 15 pounds. So get more direct, right? This program is not for people who XYZ. This program is not for people who are lazy. This is not for people who are not willing to put in the work. If you want to get results like you see on screen, then you got to put in the work. If you're ready to put in the work, comment work below and I'll reach out to you.
Got it. I love that. Now the ManyChat stuff, I have been doing that. So I really, honestly, Trizzleman Fitness, I just commented on one of him and kind of mocked what he was doing as far as like what you just said.
Success leaves clues.
But then I was just, a lot of people don't reply back. And I'm like, man, am I just not like actually catching these people, or are there just that many people that just want free crap and don't? Like,
yes.
Okay.
That there's that many people that want free shit. Here's the thing, Trey, because your audience is growing, like you're playing the game of volume and the game of volume is very simple. It's like, if you try to go into, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. If I try to go to the haystack and I'm going there and I'm like fucking looking for the needle. And I'm like, why the fuck is there so much hay here? That's one way to do it. Or I could just walk up to the haystack with a giant fucking magnet and make the needle come out, right? I want to have a fucking magnet. And so what you want to do with your Instagram is you want to put out a bunch of free stuff, let people get the free stuff. Those are the fucking quote unquote hay, right? And then you also want to attach offers to it. And then let's say you send out 1,000 free messages and you get 15 people that reply. You'll get more than that reply to your CTA that are like, I'm interested. Those are the only people you focus on. All the other shit doesn't matter. Because if you just focus on the hot leads, those are called the now buyers. You just focus on that, bro. Like your business is going to blow up. But you can't be focused on the people that aren't responding to your free stuff. Like, bro, if I did that, sometimes I'll get like 1,000 people that comment for a free course. I'll get like 100 of them, or maybe even 50 of them reply back to me. If I was like, man, what happened with these other 950? I'm too busy hustling for the next one, bro.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Now, say that somebody's in your DMs and they're asking you, they send a big long message like, hey, I need all this help with this like specific thing. Do you have any more free resources for that? And you do not. Do you lean in then and try to book a call?
So I pre-record a video that says this, Trey. What's going on, fam? So first of all, thank you so much for consuming my content and sending me a message. I'm so grateful for you. Now, in terms of the free stuff, if you want more free stuff, my social media is packed full of it. So make sure you continue to watch my content because there's going to be tons of value for you to be able to completely transform your life and lose weight. However, if you're interested in getting more information about how I can actually help you lose 10 to 15 pounds and you want to join my program where you see some of the results like my clients and my stories, just drop a fire emoji below in the chat. I'll send you my client application. Now, this doesn't guarantee you a spot in the program because unfortunately I have a lot of people in my DMs. But if you want me to at least look at your application and see if I can help you, drop a fire emoji in the chat box below and I'll send it through.
I love that.
And then anybody that's like coming in that's like kind of guilt fitting into that fucking space, bam, you just shoot them that video.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds great, man. That's it for me. Pizza Dom's the best, guys. I got my call with the 10K mastermind on Friday, so we'll see.
Bro, what do you mean we'll see? It's fucking game time. Let's take this shit to the next fucking level, son.
Let's go. Appreciate you, Brian.
I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for coming up, man. I appreciate you. Also, just a really quick thing on Trey. I know that Cole had a conversation with you on a call, and he was basically like, you were like, I'm fucking pissed off, bro. I see all these other people popping off in the CLA, and I haven't fucking popped off yet. And Cole's like, good, let that dog out. And bam, just like that. So
hey, Brian, let me say one more thing on that. So I heard a podcast from you when I first joined the CLA. And you said, hey, I want to be the best business coach in my space. And you looked at what everybody else was doing. You're like, I'm going to post 3 times a day. I'm going to like just give more value. As soon as I heard that on your podcast, I was like, all right, I'm 14 reels every single week, like 2 times a day, more opportunity, right? And I have not missed a single reel since then. So you put that seed in my brain first. And I'm just like, dude, just put more reps in, dude. That's what it all comes back to. So I appreciate all you guys, man.
Thank you, bro. I received that. You're the man. Let's fucking go. Fucking amped. What's up, Q Rush? It's a good fucking day to have a good day, brother.
A great day. What's happening? I haven't seen your pretty face in a while. Where you been?
Bro, I've been fucking, changing lives, making money, all the things, brother. How you doing?
Love it. Love it. I actually just got some win that I want to share with you and your CLA group. So if you probably remember, I moved from Seattle down to Phoenix almost a year ago, full-time online coaching. And someone in the CLA also moved from Seattle to Phoenix. And the motherfucker's right here. And we're gonna make some content together. So we're gonna power up, make some content. We kind of got a similar niche, and I just thought that was super dope that we connected because of your Facebook group and shit. So look what you're doing.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. What's the first piece of content you guys are gonna film?
So this is our second time film. We've already filmed like 6, 7 videos together. She's fast, man. She fucking hit me up from the time we posted in the Facebook group. What, a day or two later?
Yeah, it was a couple days.
It was literally a couple days.
ASAP.
Wow, that's amazing. That's fucking exciting. I love to see that.
If you had any info, I guess if we did have a question, it would be like any ideas on as far as when it comes to collaborating.
Yep. So 2 things. Number 1, what's your guys' niche?
Women on a fitness journey.
Women on a fitness journey. Okay, cool. So in terms of collaborations, like, here's how it is an advantage for Q. Like Q, you can use her in your videos and you can kind of give her form feedback. That's how I kind of see it working in your videos. I think for her, it's more, you're kind of the videographer because there's not really tons of value in you being in her videos if she's speaking to women. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like there's not a ton. Now, if you guys are going to do collaboration videos about nutrition, I think there's a lot of value there where I think you guys are going back and forth about nutrition. An example would be, let's say, do you guys follow Mariah and Chloe? Do you know who those people are? Mariah Fontana and Chloe. So they'll do Okay, so there's two. I lied. There's two different types of things you can do. So thing number one, Q, you can use her in your videos and she can pretend that she has no idea how to exercise, and then you can teach her exactly how to exercise. So that's thing number one that you can do. That's going to be for your page only, though. That'd be number one, because that's not going to be valuable for her page, because then she looks like she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about.
Like the Bond's content. I saw like the Bond one with this girl. She's like asking, "How do I grow my booty?" or some shit like that.
Exactly.
Like that.
That's number one. Number two is you guys can do videos together where you're both explaining the core concept and you're both talking to the camera and you're giving value to the audience. So the Q opens and he's like, yo, you're going to mess up your back. You doing squats like this. And then she's in the squat rack and she's like, you need to make sure that boom. And then it goes back and forth. And each one of you guys has like a 1.5 to 3 second scene. I think that can be valuable for both your audiences. I also think you can take that style of content, and I think you can do that in the kitchen. Like you got a bunch of food and stuff. You guys are talking about like a healthy recipe, or like you guys could also take that out to McDonald's. You guys could take that to the drive-through. You guys could take that to Starbucks, right?
On it, Ron. That's exactly what we planned. So that's great. We already filmed some form videos where she was coaching and I was coaching, asking the question. The ones we really want to do, because I haven't done much of any like Costco, Aldi's type shit. So just having a videographer for that, like the food recipe videos. So I think we're on the right path.
Bro, I got a funny one for her page. You could wear a fucking wig. You could be like, so I couldn't find a female to help me with these videos today. So we got the she, her Quincy right here. And she's going to be, she's going to be doing some of my form with me today. So I'm going to correct her form. Like you could wear a wig and pretend to be a girl. Like I think that'd be fucking funny.
No problem. I already got a wig from the homie to do videos for. So.
You're like, I already got a wig, bro.
I already got it. I look good in that motherfucker too.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
I wanted to share that with you, yo. So, I guess to everybody in the CLA is, if you're in a city, put that shit in the group. You might find somebody, especially if you got problems or you're nervous filming and shit. The content we did together was the easiest filming session I've ever had, because you're just there with someone else.
That's so cool. Thank you for sharing that, bro. I love that.
Michelle, man, keep crushing it.
You're the man. Thank you, Q. Peace. Bye, guys. How do I say your name? Magdalena. I don't want to fuck that up. I really don't want to fuck that up. Magdalena? Did I get it right? You're unmuted.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. Hi.
Yeah, it's good. So a win. I signed a new client yesterday, 6 months paid in full.
Yep, love
so
that.
I'm really happy about that, because I didn't think that she would be a girl reaching out to me. Anyway, so really happy about that. One question actually I have two questions. So when I'm with people I'm confident with, like or comfortable with, like I like joking around and being funny, But when I'm in front of the camera, I'm like, how am I supposed to joke around with the camera? Or, I can't wrap my head around it, like how I'm gonna be funny in front of the camera if it's just me and the camera,
Mm-hmm.
So do you have any, what I can do about it? Like, is it a mindset problem, or is that, I don't know.
So
I want to be myself, but I can't be myself in front of the camera, because I feel like how am I gonna be funny just talking to the camera?
Yep. Two things. One, are you filming by yourself all the time? Is there anybody else that can help you film?
Not really.
Okay. Then we're going to go to thing number two. Thing number two is, who's your best friend?
Well, they live in Austria and I live in Germany now.
Okay. So I want you to imagine that the phone is your best friend. And when you look at the camera, I want you to trick your brain into convincing you that that is your best friend. And I want you to talk and I want you to joke around and be funny. And like, you can, like, this will actually change your mood in your head, pretending that the camera is your best friend. And like, look at your phone and think about your best friend. And then imagine you're talking to your best friend. And then you got to do that consistently. You also just got to get yourself out of your shell. Unfortunately, you just have to practice. You just have to practice so much that it no longer, like guys, if you put in enough reps, it's impossible for you to be bad. It's impossible. You just got to put in more reps.
Okay.
How many videos have you posted in the last year?
I have in total 400, but consistently I have been since half a year.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a goal. Ready? You're going to love it.
Okay.
Ready? Write this down. Get to 1,000 posts.
Okay.
Get to 1,000.
Yeah.
Get to 1,000. I promise you get to 1,000 posts. When that 1,000 post goes up, you're going to be like, okay, I get it now.
Okay.
You got to practice. You got to practice. You got to practice. You got to practice.
Okay.
Try
Is
getting
that
yourself out of your shell too. Like try joking around a little bit on the next one. And then you're going to feel stupid. And then you'll try again. And you'll feel stupid. And you're going to be like, oh, that was actually funny. I'm good there.
Okay, I will try better.
Okay.
And the second question, so because you were talking about boosting before, and a year ago I got restricted from boosting because I was boosting a transformation photo and I wasn't aware of it. So is it an issue in the future, or I was thinking about starting a new Instagram account, but then I've already brought it up before on PodChats, but I'm still unsure what to do about it. Or
Are you verified?
Yes.
If you go into your dashboard, you go to help, you can go enhanced support. You can actually talk directly to a Meta rep and you can see about getting your account unrestricted. That would be the next place I would go.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
go into settings, go scroll down to help. It'll show you a button that says enhanced support. Click on that, open up a tab, and it will open up a conversation with a Meta rep.
Awesome. Okay. Thank
Cool.
you.
You're welcome. Have the best day ever.
Thanks.
Let's see some funny content. Hassan, what's up? Hassan. Yeah, what's up, brother?
Yeah, how are you, man?
Best day of my life. How are you, brother?
All good, man. Just want to say thank you for everything. Honestly, the PT dom is different. Wasted loads of money on previous mentors before, but this is the one. Honestly,
thank you, bro.
I've kind of built myself from zero. Like I had nothing, no systems, no anything, but I've built everything with PT dom. So I want to say thank you for this. And a win. I've managed to book 3 calls last week after going 3 weeks with 0 calls. But I had to cancel all of them because I got really, really ill.
Yeah.
But I guess it was an improvement that I booked 3 and one of them was like I've been speaking to her for 2 months.
Yeah.
And then somehow managed to book a call with her after 2 months. But
yeah.
I'm trying to reschedule them now. But yeah. Now 2 questions. That one of them, my views have been going down. So they went up for a bit, for like a week or 2.
Yep.
Then so far they've been just going down. I've been posting every day. I haven't posted for the past 4 days just because I haven't been able to create any content because I've been ill, and I've restarted again today. But on that period as well, I've kind of changed my niche twice. So I used to do men and women, and then 2 weeks ago I changed it into just women only for like 10 days. And then I just it didn't feel right just coaching only women, to be honest with you. The reason I changed it was that most of my clients were women and most of the people that were coming in were women. So I changed my mind to like maybe try niche down. But then I changed it back into busy individuals for men or women. Now, could that have an effect on views or engagement if you change your niche
Absolutely.
often?
Absolutely. Because imagine if I started putting out content right now that was like, here's how to grow your gym. But then everyone that follows me is following me because they want to grow an online fitness business. And all of a sudden I was like, here's how to grow a gym. So the less that you can change your niche, the better. 100% it does have an impact, bro. Because the people that are following you right now are following you because of the niche that you initially had in the first place. And
so the first one was just men and women.
Yeah.
And then I've changed it to women for like 10, 12 days. And then changed it back into men and women, but I've changed it to like busy individuals specifically.
Yeah.
And I felt like the views really came down. It was like 1,000 to 1,500. Now down to like 300, 400.
Yep. So here's my piece of advice, bro, is to go back to what was working.
Yeah. So this is what I decided to like. I was still getting leads when I had men and women. I was still getting convos, still booking calls.
Yeah.
I think I just got pressured into thinking I need to niche down, but it just didn't feel right niching down into only women.
Yeah.
So I changed it back. But once I changed it to women, then changed it back, the views really, really came down. The engagement really, really came down.
Yeah.
Even the followers, I was gaining like 100 followers a day.
Yeah.
Now it's about 20 to 30 to 40 followers every day.
Here's the good news, bro. Is that like if your engagement goes down for any reason, you can literally get it back in 7 days of consistent posting.
Okay.
Yeah. The good news about that, like I've done that as well, brother, where like I changed my content style, or I said something that like Facebook and Instagram didn't like. It was like restricted message or whatever. What I will promise you is that your engagement will come back. Just go back to what you know is working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could do two reels a day or like 2 posts a day. Do you feel like it makes a difference if I go from 7 videos a week to 14 videos a week or like 14 posts a week?
If you can, then yes. And I'll tell you why, because more volume is always better.
Okay.
No matter what anyone says. Like I'll tell, like, so as an example, Hassan, I was doing, you guys all know that I was, and again, I want everyone to write this in the chat so that nobody fucks this up, please. Consistency, then quality, then volume. Write that in the chat. Consistency, then quality, then volume. So I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, but again, consistency, then quality, then volume. What that means is like, if you're consistent, so like the goal number one, Hassan, in my opinion, is to post every day for 7 days. Let's get that done. Once you can do that and they're good, then you can up it to 2. But like for everybody on this coaching call, I'm going to tell you guys something, but I don't want you to take this to heart, because if your content is all getting 100 to 200 views, this is not going to help. You should focus on quality first. But Hassan, if you get yourself back to posting 7 times a week and you get yourself back to like where the views should be, then you can do, if you got quality, then you can increase the volume. If your content's good, then increase the volume. But if you're getting 100 to 200 views on all your videos and you're just like, hey, I'm going to post 3 times a day, that's actually not going to help you.
What kind of views would you recommend getting to before posting twice a day?
It's not about the views that you're getting to per day. It's about making sure that the average view volume is good or increasing. Yes. So like if the average view volume is increasing, then you can up the volume. So the reason I say that is like, it doesn't matter. Like I'm a big believer in more volume, and Cole and I kind of like have this like volume he believes in just like once, maybe twice a day. But like, bro, I'm catching up to Cole. I love the guy to death. I'm catching him. But and the reason I'm catching him is I just have more volume. Like he might get more views, but I have more volume. So like I was posting 3 times a day, every day, 7 days a week. Now I'm posting 6 times. And again, I wouldn't recommend doing that. That's why I said consistency, then quality, then volume.
Yeah.
But my views have gone up per my account. I was at 7 million accounts reached. And in the last 14 days, it's gone from 7 million to 9.5 million because I'm posting more.
Okay.
So more is always better if your quality is good and if you're consistent.
Yeah, for consistency, 7 days, I've been doing it for the past 6 months, like every single day.
Cool. Then yes.
I've just, it's only the past week where I've missed 4 days in a row. I wasn't able to record, but I've restarted recording again. So do you think, do it 7 days a week for like 2 to 3 weeks, once the views pick back up, and then
if you've been doing it for 6 months, then you can increase the volume. So yes, the answer is yes.
Okay.
Do it. Yeah.
Okay. And just one more question. So for DMs, if you put on a story to give a free resource, what would be the message to send? Because normally I'll just say, here is the guide, and then what are your goals? Is there anything different or more?
Nope. So but here you go, exclamation mark, what? So like, and then ask a question related to the guide. So like if you're sending a workout program, be like, here's the workout program, bro, send. And then be like, what's your workout program look like right now? Question mark.
And let's say tomorrow I'm giving away a guide for, let's say, protein stuff, protein options from a supermarket.
Yeah, cool. Be like, so send and be like, how much protein are you getting per day? Question mark.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So whatever the resource is about, you just ask a question about the resource.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, I appreciate you. Hope you're feeling better.
Thank you, man.
Peace out. Melanie Jackson, what's up?
Hey. How are you?
Good. How are you? Are you at Alphaland?
Yes.
Oh, cool. That's dope.
Live 10 minutes away. I've been scoping y'all's your gyms page. I see y'all doing gym 2 and 3. I see what y'all doing.
Get ready. I told y'all. Alphaland of Canada. We're coming.
Exactly. So mine is a little bit more dial in because I'm doing when I'm doing networking expansion. Facebook has never really been a problem for me. But so for my niche, it's nerds over 30 that I train. I help them level the fuck up. And when it comes to the network expansion, I have been able to find nerds that are within that niche. Mm-hmm. But I was the question I had was, as far as, I guess, possibly increasing the fact that they would follow me back when I follow them. Should I be looking at how many times they post, or like, how can I get a sense of possibly increasing those chances besides just, of course, increasing the quality of my content that can get engagement?
Are you talking about on Facebook specifically?
No, Instagram. Sorry. Instagram.
Okay. So what's the percentage of the chance that they follow you back? It has absolutely everything to do with the first impression that they get from your profile.
Okay.
Everything. So like content for sure, but like content is like how you nurture people on your page. Your profile, Melanie, is what your business card says. So it's like when you shake somebody's hand in person and you're like, here's my business card. Like that's where people are going to make the decision on whether or not they're going to follow you. What's your Instagram?
It's Geisha Fitness, GEISHA Fitness
Geisha
on Instagram.
Okay. So like when I come to yours, I have no idea what you do and who you are, because because it's like when I see you're like, okay, fuck you. Sounds good. I'm just joking. But it's just as Melanie Jackson, but it doesn't say what you do and who you are and how you help. So like Melanie Jackson, the coach for nerds. Look right here.
Yeah.
Right here. Right.
Yeah.
So Melanie Jackson, the coach for nerds. Right. Whereas like
I
mine,
can. Oh, so that's where I should put it. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Brian
Okay.
Ramark, business
Okay,
coach for online
gotcha.
trainers. So if somebody comes to my page, it's pretty fucking clear who I am and what I do. Right.
Gotcha.
If I go back, new program alert. The first thing that people get when they come to your profile is I'm going to sell you some shit.
Okay.
Right. So that's the first thing they read. First thing we read, I'm going to sell you some shit.
Okay.
So this would not be I'm going to sell you some shit. It would say, if you're a nerd wanting to look badass in your cosplay this year, check this out.
Okay.
And again, I wouldn't even have new program alert in your bio. That to me, like it screams, do you want to buy my shit?
Gotcha.
Right. So
yeah,
I would put Melanie Jackson, the fitness coach for nerds.
Okay.
And if you're a nerd wanting to look badass in your cosplay, check this out. Boom. And then ready to level up, click here. Bam.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah. So it's all about the profile, because the profile is where somebody's going to make the decision on whether or not they want to follow you. It's not your content.
All right.
Easy.
Let me get on that right now.
Easy, girl.
Yeah, easy squeezy, George and Wheezy. All right, thank you.
Cool. Have the best day of your life.
Same.
Bye.
Bye.
What's up, Daniel?
Hey, go on, Brian.
Best day of my life, King. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. All right, win is I had the goal to sign on 10 clients before March, and I got that done about a week ago. So it was wrapped, 3,600 recurring.
Wow.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. And I just started a 14-day challenge, announced that on Monday, and I've filled it up as of yesterday. So
wow, congratulations, bro. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, look, I'm pretty nervous about it. That's what I'm talking to you about. Because with work, it's pretty full on. As in, I work on site still, obviously. So from 5 till 5 o'clock at night, I'm out on a job site, and I've got no reception on the job. So I've actually taken the rest of the week off to do all the background work. To schedule the posts and all that sort of stuff. Now, the guys that are in the group are blokey blokes, like they're all tradies like me. So I'm just thinking, is it a thing? I wanted to post every day, do a post sort of thing, but some days I've got like 2 posts to put in the group just to keep engagement up, sort of thing. Is there such thing as, I don't want to annoy the blokes either, but do you know what I mean? So what's your opinion on that? So I'm trying to keep engaged because I know these guys aren't going to want to. So I've given a $200 prize for the rule is you have to engage every day to be eligible for it, to kind of, I know, push them towards that. But at the same time, I don't want to get on their nerves because I know what guys like this are like. They'll just be like, fuck the $200. It ain't worth it.
Yep. Yeah. So I think that there's like, and especially you got to think about the avatar too, right? So, you know, if you're talking to women, you know, women love to communicate with each other in Facebook groups. It's just, you're not going to find a lot of single dad Facebook groups or dad Facebook groups.
And that's what I don't want it to be, because it ain't going to be that. Yeah.
You're going to find a lot of women Facebook groups for sure, because it's just the nature. They just enjoy that type of stuff more. And the girls in the color laughing, whatever. That's funny. But so I would recommend, like, you need to get them engaged, but not overdo it. So like, what if it was 1 post a day, and then in order to win the challenge, they had to engage on that 1 post?
Okay. All right.
That's simple as fuck, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to put 1 post up a day. All you got to do is like the post, leave a comment. You're automatically entered to win. Bam.
Okay, so don't worry about this. Just take a picture of your fucking. The way I did it, I was going to do my first thing for the post was like on a Monday. It was like, hey guys, blah, blah, just get into it. All you guys need to do is put a picture every day. You can be walking out the fucking gym, a picture of your Tupperware container, a picture of a glass of water, if that's what it takes. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Just put one thing.
Done. Easy.
Yeah,
love that. Yep. Love that.
Sweet. Nervous, but.
Bro, this is a good problem. So you're working in the trades right now. You said what do you do for exactly?
I'm a carpenter. I'm in the building game.
Got it. Cool. Perfect. Is that something you want to do forever? You want to be a full-time online coach one day?
No, I sold my old business. This is just because I'm going to Europe in March. So we're relocating for a year and a half.
Building up towards that.
This is why I was like, push this coaching. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Which is why I had the 10 client goal by March before we leave, and wrapped. So
we already fucking hit it. So bro, let's fucking hit 10K by March. And then by the time we go on that fucking year long.
Well, that's going to be nice. Yeah.
You're going to hit it for sure. Listen, you're 2 weeks into the month. You're at 3,600. I 100% believe you could hit 10K this month if you wanted to. And I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm just telling you what I can see. I've been a business coach for 6 years. You're on track.
Okay. All right. Let's see how fucking.
Let's fucking go, bro.
And I'm like stressing out about this 14-day challenge already. I'm like, man, I'm taking days off, but it is what it is. Let's just go all in.
Yeah, bro. Let's go all in. You're on pace, bro. Keep it up.
All right. So literally how I've got a plan. Don't overthink it. Just.
Yeah. You got it.
All right.
Everything you touch turns to gold, bro.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, mate. That's all I needed.
Okay, bro. Talk soon. Congratulations, dog. Appreciate you. Max, what up, King?
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
Doing well. How about you?
Doing great. Doing great.
Good. So, win of the week is I signed a client who, like my second client, just not out of my power base. So not out of my current network. Someone just watching, reels, and someone who I've been DMing with for like 4 months, and she left another fitness coach who just wasn't doing the job. So
love that.
Yeah. So my first question is I'm like Emma, I'm actively working on my social media, and it's not a nervousness or anything like me for behind the camera, but I also have teamed up with someone in the CLA who's in my area, which has been great to just, leverage time and get a bunch of content done. But where I think I'm actively working is I spend so much damn time editing. And I know you've mentioned some reels or some different apps and stuff, that help with that, like Submagic. I haven't tried that, so maybe I need to, but at what point do you outsource editing to somewhere like out of this country? I live in the US. So is there, when do you do that?
Yep. Bro, you guys can do that ASAP, Rocky. How much is your business making per month, Max?
In November, I did 13.4 with Black Friday and all that. And then last month I closed at 7.4. So on the way up.
Bro, you're on the way up. Let's fucking go. I like to see that.
Yeah. I want to get in that 10K.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do that now. And so if you wanted to do that, Max, here's exactly how to do it step by step. I would go to the first place I go would be onlinejobs.ph. Onlinejobs.ph. And then you're going to make a post. And in order to determine what the post is going to be, you're going to go to ChatGPT and you're going to ask it, please write me an ad for a video editor. I'm looking for somebody with experience. I'm going to give them a test project, and I want them to be able to get edits back to me within 48 to 72 hours maximum. And then please write me an ad that I can post on onlinejobs.ph. And then you can just post that ad on onlinejobs.ph, get them to email you if they're interested. And then when they email you, what you're going to do to make sure that they're good, Max, take one raw video, use the exact same raw video for every single editor, Max, send them all the raw footage, and then send them a video from your Instagram, and then be like, I want you to edit a video like you see on my Instagram using this raw footage. I'm sending this raw footage to 10 different editors. I'll be judging you on 2 different things. Number 1, speed of you getting it back to me. And number 2, quality of the edit. I'll be assessing which person is the best fit, and I'll be hiring you based off of that.
Okay. Is there any, I just have zero, concept, but what should we be paying per reel? And I know it can vary where these people are located for sure.
That's why I'd go to onlinejobs.ph, because the ideal scenario is you find somebody for $15 to $25 a reel.
Okay.
That's the ideal
15 to 25 reel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that's up for negotiation as well. But for most video editors, I pay my guys, it depends. If they're fancy edits, they're more $40 to $60 a reel. The ones that I'll just show you. You follow my page. I see you engaging on literally fucking every single piece of content that I put out. But so Nick just told me. So a fancy reel like this, Max, will be $60 a reel. But a reel like this, which is more simple, just captions and audio, this will be $15 to $25 a reel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And should I be asking this question? Is this a direction we move towards, in the academy? Eventually, are we not editing our shit?
Yeah. So I think eventually, if you want to scale your business, you shouldn't be editing your shit. The question that you guys always need to ask yourself are, what are my profit margins? So this is a question that I ask in the $1 Million Mastermind, but I'll get you guys to start thinking through it right now. What are your profit margins? My definition of profit margins is how much money are you actually able to take home from your business every single month? So let's say, as an example, we'll just use an example. Let's just pretend Sarah is on this call. This is just a made up name. I just made it up. Sarah's on the call right now. She's making $2,500 a month, right? Now, Sarah's profit margins after she does her trainerize, after she does her subscriptions, and after she does everything else, she has $700 worth of expenses, which means that she actually takes home $1,700 per month from her coaching business. Should Sarah hire a video editor and spend $25 to $50 a reel? Probably not, right? But if you're making $10,000 a month, right? Let's say Max, you're close to 10K, it's 13K and then 7, so it's about 10K a month. $10,000 a month. Let's say you calculate all your expenses end up being close to 500 to 1,000, then you're actually taking home $9,000 in profit. You definitely have the capital to be able to invest in a video editor. I'd probably spend max $500 to $1,000 a month on it. But with your business size, I definitely think that's realistic. This is also why I don't talk about boosting posts too much in the CLA. And when I do talk about boosting posts, I'm $10 to $20 a day max. Because my big belief is when you guys are under $10,000 a month, Max, I want you to keep as much money in your pocket as possible.
For sure.
So 2 things that I would test for you, Max. Thing number 1 is you can put this out for a video editor. But thing number 2, I just want you to fuck around with Submagic. Because it might work. Like you might hate it, but it honestly, bro, it'll edit your video in fucking 2 minutes. For all of you guys that are interested in Submagic, it's an AI that will edit your video for you. It's called submagic.co. So test that out. Maybe you hate it. If you hate it, then you can use the onlinejobs.ph thing that I talked about.
I just feel like, for me, like I'm not like, I'm kind of a perfectionist, but it's not even about that. I just want to put out quality content, like you just said, before I scale that up. So I'm like, I feel like that's holding me back from putting more time into my content research, putting more time into like creating better content.
Max, your content is good, bro. Your content's good. Like I'm looking at your page. Your content is good. Like there are some reels that are doing like very well here. There's obviously some that are a little bit lower, but like I think if you actually fucking focus on just ideation and content creation, I think your content would pop. Like I see you hitting 10,000 followers really fucking fast if you actually commit to it.
Okay, cool. Another thing about going live. So I've like started doing more lives, and should we be saving those to our Instagram and Facebook? Like, or no? Okay,
Facebook,
so that's what I've done.
Facebook, yes. Okay. Instagram, no.
So do you know, like, would I save it or post it as a post and then just delete it from my Instagram and leave it post? You know how it like duplicates? I guess this goes into this question a little bit further. You are like a master of leveraging in so many different places, bro. Like we're on your podcast right now. Like you're talking to your team. Like it blows my mind how much you leverage your time when you're talking. I mean, for all your content. So what is our best way of leveraging? Like, being on Instagram, Facebook, on our free pages, a podcast. What is the easiest way for us to start scaling up, getting our voice out there to all those different places when we're doing lives?
So when you're doing lives, the easiest possible answer, bro, is get 2 phones.
Okay.
So like you get 2 phones, now you're able to go live on Facebook,
Instagram, and Facebook.
Okay. Facebook. Well, and bro, if you can go live on your computer on Facebook, and then you can go live on Instagram on your phone, and then you can go live on your fucking other phone on TikTok. Now you're live.
I didn't know we could go live on our computer.
100%. You can go live on your computer. So go live on Facebook on your computer, right? And then Instagram on your phone and TikTok on your other phone. It'll cost you $20 to $30 to add an extra line to your phone that has absolutely nothing other than Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Now you can go live in 2 places. Like I think that the questions that you're thinking are good, because that's the questions that you need to start asking yourself when you scale. But I'll tell you the only thing that you should be focused on, Max. The only thing that you should be focused on right now is getting good at content. Because your content, you're like on the cusp. You're like on the cusp of hitting 10,000 followers. You're on the cusp.
Okay.
But like you need to double the fuck down and make sure that the only focus that you have is optimizing your content. Don't put your focus into like, how do I optimize, or how do I, leverage, or like that. Those are questions that you ask when you're at the $1 Million Mastermind level. And the reason I say that is because the only thing that matters when you're under $15,000 a month is content. Everything else is irrelevant. And the reason it's irrelevant is because if you get really fucking good at content, all of a sudden your Instagram following blows up like Brian's did. Instagram following blows up like Brian's did. Now you don't have to worry about where your next leads are coming from.
Yeah.
When you don't have to worry about where your next lead is coming from, now you can be like, okay, now I got leads coming in. Now it's consistent. How do I double this shit? How do I triple this shit? But until you get to that point, like the only thing that matters is like, we need to grow this business. And the only way we grow this business is by getting the business in front of more eyeballs. And the only way we get the business in front of more eyeballs is by focusing on your content.
So get on the masterclass tonight.
Get on the masterclass tonight. It will explain more about what this actually means, but yes, get on the masterclass tonight. Yes.
Cool, man. Appreciate you.
Was this helpful? That makes sense?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Okay, bro. Talk soon. Good to see you. And also, thanks for all the love and all my content. I literally see you all the fucking time. Appreciate you. Peace. Lot. What's up?
Hi. I'm fine, thank you. My biggest win this week is 2 new clients yesterday, 1,000 each. So
love that.
I'm trying to get 10K this month.
Where are you at right now?
6-3.
Ooh, you're on pace to do 12, girl. Fuck 10.
Yes, I hope so. Well, my question is, I have a large email base, 5,000 warm leads. My question is, what can I do with it? Shall I start a kind of a DM script with them, or shall I just give them a lot of free content? Or
I'll tell you what I do. Okay. I like to play on the battleground that I know how to fight on. And what I mean by that is I have an email list as well. And so what I do with my email list lot is I'll take some of my best performing content on Instagram. I'll take that written, or that, let's say it's a video. I'll take that video. I'll I can go to video transcriber, like I can literally get the video transcribed. Then I'll take that transcription, I'll plug it into ChatGPT, and I'll say, please write me an email to my email list. My avatar is women that are 40 plus that are trying to lose weight and get back in shape after they lost it in their 30s. Please take this content and write a beautiful email for them to give them value. So then I'll send that out as an email, and then I'll have CTAs attached to the bottom of the email. PS ... If you'd like some extra help losing 10 to 20 pounds in the next 90 days, DM me fat loss on Instagram and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help. And then I'd actually put my Instagram link in the email. So that's one way you could do it. Another way you could do it is you could take the value email and you could put the value email, and then you could say, PS, if you want my free guide to help you losing 10 to 20 pounds in the next 90 days so that I can help you get into the best shape of your life in your 40s, DM me guide on Instagram and I'll reach out to you and I'll send it over. And then again, you actually link your Instagram link so that when they open the email, they click on your Instagram link. That is how I do email CTAs.
You want to get them on your Instagram.
Come to my Instagram, baby. That's my battleground that I know how to fight on.
Okay, so that's my main focus. Come to my Instagram, not come to my program.
Not come to my program. It's come to my Instagram 100%.
Okay.
Because when they come to your Instagram, then you can nurture the prospect back and forth. Because we also have to think about the nature of the platforms, right? When I open up an email, sometimes I don't reply to it for 3 fucking days, 4 days, 5 days. I'm just like, oh, whatever. It's an email. But when I open up a DM, I almost feel like obligated to reply because the other person can see that I saw the message. So I would rather get that person in a communication rhythm where they know that I'm talking to them and they're talking to me and they know that I can see their message. They're much more likely to respond. I have tried doing email sales a lot, like I did, because I'm like, oh, I should be able to take the same theory that I'm putting in my DMs and apply them to email. But the problem was it takes significantly longer for people to respond. So it's like, and we all know that like the hotter elite, like if a lead is hot, you want to get to them as soon as possible. But I can't control that if they're not responding for a day. So oftentimes they lose the temperature that they had when they reached out to me in the first place. So I want to take people from my emails and I want to get them on my Instagram.
Okay.
Cool.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have the best day of your life. Bye. Yadira, what up?
What up? What up? I have a lot of questions, but I'm gonna limit it because it's already almost 5 o'clock, or it's 5 o'clock on my end. But my wins, though, I also have a lot of wins, but I'll share my 3 quickest ones. I have been for the year. I've been doing I haven't missed with my morning mindset every single day and doing my vision video, and it definitely makes a big difference. Like listening to first it was awkward, kind of listening to myself on video, but then I made it a challenge where it was just like, I get uncomfortable with listening to my voice on camera, but then one of my goals is to become a motivational speaker in the long run. So I'm like, how am I gonna be uncomfortable listening to my own voice? And then I want to be a motivational speaker.
Facts.
So it's been helping me, yes.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you some love. Your energy is significantly different than the last time we spoke. So well done. Whatever you're doing is working.
I love that. I love that. The other thing that I was gonna say too is starting the year with 3 new clients. So we have that as well. And then I've also been consistently posting, which I also learned how easy it is. Honestly, it's so easy to post every single day, at least once a day. And I made so many excuses for it last year. And this year I've been knocking it out like nothing. And now my creative juices are just be flowing even more and more. Like I'll post more, but I'm like, let's just stay consistent first.
Boom. Yes. Thank you for saying that. Because everybody always asks me, they're like, bro, like, how do you come up with so many content ideas? I'm like, I don't know. I just fucking post every day. And then it just comes to me.
Yeah, it comes off so much more natural now.
Yeah.
Like I think like when I'm in the writing mode and yeah, it just comes naturally. Like the more that I'm like in it, it just comes. But I'm gonna get into the questions. First, I have a very quick question. So I have a few clients that have already agreed to like do video testimonials for me. So would you do them via, well, I know that you've done both. So what is your take on like doing them on Zoom versus doing them on live?
Like on a live stream?
Yeah, like if I was to have them join, like interviewing them specifically like on live.
Better. It's better. The only reason I don't do it more is because it requires a time commitment on my end and the client's end.
Okay.
And so like for me, like I have a really busy schedule. And it's like sometimes like, first of all, I need to actually schedule it, which I'm so fucking busy. Sometimes I have a hard time looking at my DMs. Second thing, I have to show up at a specific time for a specific live, which I just prefer not to do most of the time, other than PODCHATS or Convos with B or whatever. So, but the most effective thing that you can do is 100% get them on live stream. 100%, no questions asked.
All right, cool. And then would you send them like pre-questions first, or you just hit them with it right on the spot?
I would send them with pre-questions because the most fitness clients, again, they're going to be really nervous on camera. Like you guys are fitness coaches. So remember how you felt before you became coaches on camera. They're going to be nervous. So I would let them know in advance what they're going to be getting.
Okay, cool. Then I have this question kind of came to me as I was listening to somebody else talk about like a previous mentor that also came from like another previous mentor, which I won't name drop, but just so that we are clear, you have definitely changed my life and I appreciate you specifically. But would you reach out? Because like this last mentor, when I was in their program, I was like pretty much very brand new. And they gave us a price to start with, charging people like minimum $500 a month. So I was like overcharging people and definitely under delivering 100%. So like I feel like I burned the bridges with a lot of people like early on. So, and I've always considered like trying to get them back, but I'm like, yo, I know I sucked at that time, like a year, 2 years ago. So would you reach out to them? And like, if you would, what would you say?
Hey, Adira, I miss you. Smiley face. How's your fitness journey going?
Very simple, straight to the point.
Hey, Adira, I miss you. Smiley face. How's your fitness journey going?
Okay, so you wouldn't really acknowledge the fact that you underdelivered.
Oh no. Did they tell you that you sucked ass?
No, actually, I think it's just myself because I just know of my program now compared to what it was before. But I've had some of them as well even tell me like, I still implement some of the stuff you taught me, or I still do this and stuff like that. So
you're in your head. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like if you're like, if I reach out to a client that's like, fuck you, Brian, I'm never talking to you again. And I'm like, hey, homie, I miss you. He might be like, yeah, okay, I don't fucking miss you. But like, the reason I asked that question is like, I highly doubt people said that you sucked. So, hey, you dear, I miss you.
Yeah, I just know that I'm providing more. And I think the reason why I think I sucked as well is that I wasn't able to retain any of those clients. And now I'm in a space where I'm retaining clients. So I know for a fact, obviously, like my services have gotten better. It was more of like in my own head thing.
Because most business owners in general, and this is the biggest thing that business owners struggle with, is they just focus on getting new clients.
Yeah.
If you just focus on getting new clients and you don't focus on making sure they stay, your business is going to suck. And it's only a matter of time before everybody leaves and then you're back down to zero. That's not the game we play.
That was my problem. That was
the game we play.
Literally my problem when I was with them. I think like the max amount of clients that I had at a peak was like 3, and right now I have like 14. So it's definitely been a big jump, and it's just been amazing. But ask me this question, which might be a little longer of a response, but I'm curious to hear a little bit from you. So I'm in a relationship right now, and my partner very supportive of my like goals, everything, helps me with content, everything. However, we constantly have this conversation because I don't feel like he takes his health and fitness that serious. And I'm like, I feel like you're being a kind of like, not like a barrier to me, but you are putting me in a space where I'm constantly having to like be even more disciplined or more willful, or being like a coach in our relationship. And I'm like, I don't want to be a coach here too. Like I'm a coach all day, every day. So like, I feel like I've had this conversation already with him multiple times, but like, I don't want to keep feeling pushy, but then I also feel like I'm kind of starting to get a little resentful. So like, do you know a little like, or I don't know, like how would you go about that conversation about his health and fitness, where it's starting to feel like impacting me and our relationship as well?
Yep. So you love this person?
Yes.
100%. Okay. What specifically does he do that bothers you?
Well, there's a couple of things. There's a couple of things. One, I don't think he has the best mindset as it pertains to health and fitness. So like whenever life goes in the way, he can easily go like a month, 2 months, 3 months without working out, with like eating shitty, with like all these things and things that I just don't align with. Like, I literally preach on my content like that's the moment where you should be taking it more serious. That's the moment. So like it goes against a lot of my own things that I be preaching. I'm like, I'm gonna be with somebody that doesn't even preach, doesn't even do the things that I preach. Yeah. So that would be like that. And then also he's not like on a specific plan and just kind of does whatever when he does go. And I'm like, yo, like, I don't want to feel like I'm coaching you, but I feel like I have to because you're not doing the things that like are going to make sense. But then I also feel bad because I don't want him to feel like I'm forcing him into my lifestyle, because I don't want that either. But then I also am not attracted to like the habits that he has right now.
So this is, I'm going to tell you a conversation that Kirsten had with me a month ago. And then, no, that wasn't a month ago. It was 3 months ago, because I'm fucking juicy now. 3 months ago, Kirsten sat me down and she was like, I need to tell you something. And I was like, okay. I'm like, what? She's like, I know you've been going through a lot with the gym, and the gym got shut down. You had to deal with all that stress, and you've been dealing with a lot. But I am not attracted to how you're showing up right now. And I was like, what? And she was like, your beard is absolutely insane. Looks like there's a forest on your face, and you've kind of let yourself go a little bit. And that's just not what we do here. She's like, so I love you so much. You are my person. And I needed to tell you this because it's weighing heavy on me, and I want to love you for the rest of my life. But I also know that you can be doing better for yourself, and you deserve to be doing better for yourself. And I need to tell you that, like, I'm not attracted to how you're showing up right now. And how do you think I felt like that? How do you think I felt in that moment?
I mean, I think
Absolute dog shit.
Yeah, like, I was gonna say like
Absolute dog shit. I was so fucking angry at her. I was like, fuck you. You don't understand me. You don't know what I've been through, what I'm doing. You don't know my shit. And then fucking the next day, I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to be fat anymore. So fucking whatever. It's like, I feel like that's relationships. I've also had that conversation with Kirsten before. I'm like, I'm not attracted to how you're showing up. I love you to death, but like, this is not the best version of you.
Yeah.
And you deserve better. And so do I. That's facts. I don't want a relationship where we just let ourselves fucking get complacent. And like,
I feel like that's what I struggle with, because me and him have had those conversations. Like, he's very well with putting him, like, he'll go all in his career, all in and like the things that in like relationships, porn, like he knows how to pour into things very, very well. Very well. Even into our relationship. Like, he knows how to pour into us.
Tell him that.
So you know what? You're right. Thank you.
Tell him that. Be like, I fucking see you pouring into your career. I see you pouring into us, but fucking pour into you.
Yeah.
I deserve the best version of you. So do you.
All right. I appreciate it. I think that's all I really needed to hear.
Time to step it up, you know?
I appreciate it.
Like, again, I fucking hated that conversation in the moment, but I'm fucking juicy now. So fucking YOLO, whatever. That's life.
I hear that. And that's the goal. Let's try to be in a juicy relationship.
That's right. That's right. 100%.
All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And again, I'm going to give you your flowers because you really have changed my life. You and Co, obviously, and like all the coaches. Yeah, have changed my life. Like last year, I was barely making 1,000 to 1,500 a month with that coach. And again, no name dropping, but geez Louise. And last year I just hit my last month, which is December, the slow month. I had my record breaking month of making my first 5K. So that was a great way to end the year. And now we're on a road to 10K. That's it.
Let's go. I believe in you 100%. Thank you so much for your positive energy. And I can see that vision coming to life.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Have the best day of your life, you dare. Talk soon. Peace. Johnny Walsh. What up, King?
Hey, man.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you?
Good, bro.
Okay. Brother, wins so far this month. So I left my job actually like 2 weeks ago, and that I was working for the last 2.5 years. Yeah. So yeah, super happy. I've been coaching for the last about 7.5 years, but seriously for the last since COVID basically. So that was nice. This month so far, I have 5 clients signed up. 3 people signed up for my 14-week challenge as of today. 2 calls still booked in for this week. Somebody actually just booked in while I was on the phone, or while we were doing this call just now, which is nice.
Nice.
I have a call with you tomorrow, Ryan. A call with you and Cole, so I'm just going to keep this short, okay?
Yep.
But do you mind just having a look at my Instagram?
Yep. Oh, you're the Christmas winner.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. I love that. That's fucking dope. That's dope.
Thanks very much for that.
Let's fucking go. Okay, so Johnny Walsh. What's your Instagram?
The Johnny Walsh.
Found you. I hate when I'm not following, bro. It's the worst. I need to fucking.
No worries.
I hate when I know it's the most awkward when you're like following. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm not following. All right, let's see. First thing I do when I look at content is I see the top performers. So let's see this one right. That shit like this is fucking funny. Okay, so this is awareness-based content. Let's take a look at some of your conversion-based content.
Fool me, you can't get fooled again.
Start these videos by showing your back. So these videos where you're giving your top 4 exercises to grow a wider back, start the video showing how fucking wide you are, because that's going to make people want to watch the video.
Are you ready to transform your body in just 16 weeks? Join my 16-week transformation.
Add some music to the background.
Are you ready to transform?
The only reason I did it for that was just because I wanted to boost it. And it doesn't let you boost reels with music.
You can go to Instagram, screen record audio, or go to TikTok, go to commercial sounds on TikTok, screen record those sounds. Then you can add those sounds to the bottom of your reels. Then you've got music that you can boost.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Bigger shoulders. If you want to develop more of a well-rounded physique where you have that kind of X taper shape that basically every man wants to achieve.
Okay, I'm going to show you who you remind me of. One sec. You know who this is?
No.
Oh, bro, you don't know who Anthony is? Come on now. I want to show you something. Okay, so I'm going to scroll way the fuck back. I'm going way back on Anthony because this guy, who here knows who Anthony Anisimov is? Anisimov, fuck my life, whatever. If you know who Anthony is, say I do. in the chat box. So I'm going to go way back and I'm going to show you Anthony's content back in the day. And then I'm going to show you his content now. And I'm going to talk about the difference because I get the same vibe when I watch your content. Let's see. I'm going to go way back because he's good at content now, but he wasn't very good at content when he first started. And then we fucking gave him some advice that I'm going to give you. We're going to go way back. Let's keep going. Where are you at, Anthony? Where's the old Anthony at? We're getting close. This one.
Guessing how many reps you should be doing when you add weight. The easiest thing you can do is math. Shocking, right? But it's volume. You know what volume is? Reps times weight. If you're at the top of your rep range, let's say you don't want to do more than 10 reps, you're going to take 10 reps times the weight you're using. Let's say it's 100 pounds.
Okay, so remember that. Now we're going to go.
How do you get shoulders to pop more? Here's a quick tip to grow the back of your shoulder to give them that complete round look. Quicker than you switch between cutting and bulking because you don't even know what you want, which is why she left or he. If you need a little extra growth, here's one of my favorites. Invest in a handcuff and not the ones your wife keeps asking to use.
Get it? Get it?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you gotta entertain me. Right? Same information, different delivery. Entertain me.
Yeah.
You're jacked as fuck. So the good news about this is when you start doing this, your content's gonna go boom.
Oh, thanks.
Entertain me. Cool?
Yeah. Perfect.
Bet. I wanted to show you a visual example because, by the way, the outcome of that is Anthony was at like 2,000 to 5,000 followers. He started out in the CLA at 1,500 followers. He's now in VIP. He does VIP one-on-one coaching with Cole and myself at $182,000.
It's amazing. Yeah, I just followed him there. He actually came up as soon as I typed Anthony, and so that's amazing. Well done. Very, very well done. Okay. No problem. Okay, I'll keep the rest of my questions for tomorrow, Brian. So thanks very much. Okay.
I'm looking forward to our chat, bro. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, me too, man. All right, brother. Thank you. Take
Peace. Eric Wagner, what's up, King?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Best day of my life. How are you?
Doing good. So wins, I guess. 3 new clients. Call just came in for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And a couple, 2 re-signs. So exciting way to start the year.
Let's go.
Yeah. So I guess I'm just curious about stories, how it can be more like effective with stories, like outside of CTAs and social proof. Like how can I provide more value with instead of just like taking photos of food or taking pictures at the gym, like kind of like the lazy way, like how can we kind of position it in a way where we're still providing value, but still like documenting, if that makes sense?
Yep. 2 things. 1, are you doing a Q&A every week on your story?
Most weeks. So I'm not consistent with it, but I try and like have, it's not like the same day, but I'll try and do like 1 per week.
Every Tuesday, do a Q&A.
Okay.
Then it's just easy. It's always in your story. The reason I'd recommend doing that is because you're giving value to your audience. Here's a hack for Q&As, by the way. If you have a small audience and nobody asks questions, ask yourself questions. So literally go into your Q&A and ask yourself questions, and you can just pop off and you can reply to your own questions all day when you have a small audience. Bam, just like that. Okay. So I think that's one way, but I think that like the biggest way that you guys can provide value on your stories outside of documenting your social proof in your day-to-day life, if you're not doing B-roll of your, like if you guys watch Cole's content, he'll do like a clip of him working out and then he'll just do writing on screen over top of it. So documenting himself living the fitness lifestyle. But dude, number 1, talk to your stories. So an example is right after this coaching call, you can literally go on your stories and you can be like, "What? I just had a conversation with one of my mentors about, how I can give you guys more value. And I just making the decision that I just want to come on here and talk more." Another example is, let's say you're doing your client check-ins and one of your clients is like, "What's the best way to make sure that I stay on track while I travel?" So then you pull up your Instagram phone. You're like, "So one of my clients just asked me about the best way to stay on track when you travel. And I figured that'd be a good question for me to answer for all you guys. So I'm going to give you some value on how to stay on track while you're traveling."
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah, I love it. Appreciate it.
So document so Q&A every Tuesday, and then throughout the week as people are asking you questions, once you answer that question, just go in your story and be like, "So I was in the DMs with somebody in my audience, and one of the things that they mentioned to me is that they struggle because blah, 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 blah." So
Okay.
use people's ideas for content and you'll never run out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
Helpful?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, bro. Talk soon, G. Peace out.
Thanks,
Congratulations on the 3 new clients. Let's go.
Appreciate it.
Rich, what up, King?
Brian, the man, the myth, the legend, bro. What's up?
What's up, G? I like the energy. Let's fucking go.
So I got a couple quick questions. First off,
you got to tell me a win first.
My wins, I was just about to hit you with them. My wins, 5x my views on Insta. So that's solid. All my clients are killing. Everybody's getting the results that they want. So that's solid. But my biggest win, bro, is I've had a mindset shift. And that was a game changer, bro. Like my whole life, I've always struggled with like believing in myself. And finally, I'm just like, bro, I can do this. Like the wins in the group is crazy, bro. Every day you see everybody winning. Dude, if they can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, let's go.
So that's where I'm at right now. My question is, so I've been working hard on the content and I posted a video last night, dude, and I thought it was going to slay, right? And it didn't. It like flopped. So I'm just wondering why.
Okay, let's see. Well, first things first, the algorithm's ruthless. So I'll just tell you that.
Somebody said that to me too, and I'm like, nah, dude, it's not the algorithm that sucks, it's me. Like
I agree with that statement. What I mean is like the algorithm's ruthless in the sense that like if you think it's good and the algorithm doesn't, it ain't gonna go. So that's just fucking how she goes. What's your page?
At Coach Rich Maine, MAINE, like the state.
Damn it! I thought I was gonna be following.
No, I knew you wouldn't be, bro. I knew it.
Damn it!
It's all good, man.
Which one is it? Which one is it?
It's that one right there. Yep, that's it. Are you sick of dragging around that belly? Then steal this exact shopping list that my client Frank used to lose 15 pounds in just 8 weeks, working 70 hours. First, let's talk proteins. We had him on the ratio, Greek yogurt. Use this kind.
1 sec.
Bro, I don't have time to cook. Are you sick of
I think this video would have performed better if his fucking social proof was positioned at the start of the video before the video you even got into it.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, I think that's why.
Are you sick of dragging around that belly?
I also think you could literally bring a fucking pillow into the fucking grocery store and walk around. Sick of dragging around this fucking belly. Like, I think you could take that to the next level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I struggled with that's new to me going into the grocery store, bro. And I really, really struggled with it. So like I tried to like just power through, but
slow down, fucking live in the moment. You're doing something cool. You're changing lives, make money. Do you freeze? Did I freeze?
No, I got you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Definitely, bro. Like I look at it the same way. Like, I like to make money, but like seeing people's lives change and their health improve, bro. Like a lot of these people that I'm with, they have diabetes, you know what I mean? And like, when you can help them bring that down, it's crazy, bro. Like it's definitely life-changing for me too.
Yeah. So I think for this, there's 2 different ways that I'd approach this hook. Way number 1 is I would have the testimonial actually on screen. So I would test that. Way number 2 is I'd actually bring a pillow into the grocery store. Like, are you sick of carrying this thing around? Psych. I'm going to show you how to get abs like this with this grocery haul. Let's go.
So I was going hard on my character and I like toned it back. And that's when my views went up a little bit. So like, I didn't know if maybe I toned it back too much because I kind of do the character like Anthony.
I would fucking continue doing the character like Anthony.
All right, cool, man. And then my other question was, it's taken me like hours to script out videos. Like I can shoot them and every other part of it goes pretty smoothly, but to like really script it out and like get it down to where it's ready to shoot, it's taken me like 2-3 hours for like 6 videos.
It'll take you that long at first and then you'll get better. Something that I like to do is I take some of your best performing scripts, Rich, plug them into ChatGPT and say, hey, please write me 10 other video scripts that are as good as this, that are covering the subject matter of nutrition, working out, mindset, and then take some of those best video scripts and just rewrite those. Just cheat a little bit. I'll give you another cheat is you can go to, there's an app called Video to Text. It's a 2-part cheat code. So you can go to part 1 is an app called Repost. So you can go to somebody's Instagram. You can go to your own Instagram account or you can go to anyone's Instagram account and you can grab the link and you can put it in the Repost app. It will actually download the video for you. Then you can take that video. You can plug it into the app called Video to Text. It will spit out the caption or the audio from the video in terms of text. You can take that text, plug that text into ChatGPT, and you can say, please write me 5 video scripts that are similar to this, that speak to this specific avatar. Make sure you have a negative hook to start the video and that it captures the viewer's attention. Bam. And then you can take those and you can put your own expert advice in.
That makes it so way easier and quicker, dude. You just like took out 4 steps for me. So beautiful, bro. That's all I got, man. It's good actually finally getting to talk to you, brother.
Congratulations on all your success. You're a fucking absolute gangster. I'm proud of you. Let's go. I love it. All right, you guys. That's it. That's all. That's a wrap. Thank you guys so much for coming to my coaching call. I love celebrating all your guys' wins with you. I love seeing you guys win. It's a winning season up in the CLA. Just a reminder that we are giving away a free month in the program. All you got to do to enter is be engaged in the group. Peace. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at @TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.